Bates. He just gave us a gratuitous crotch shot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that was highly unnecessary.
No, that was exactly what he needs. He did say that this was his OnlyFans setup.
Oh, that's nice. How do you think he rakes in that $10 a year?
Feet finder.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, got nothing, Bates. Well, anyways, so how you been, Cease? What you up to? Still playing with cars and doing fun shit?
Oh yeah. Wasting all my time and money on that stupid shit.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking A. I mean, there's worse things like crack or meth.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, I could waste all my like family or friends or something. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So fuck that. How about you, buddy?
Uh, Working my ass off. Currently working in Alaska, so having fun with that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What part?
Anchorage. Actually, I'm on
Okay.
the Air Force Base, so I get fucking deafened every day by F-22 Raptors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to fucking text Bates right now and tell him to back out and come back in the room.
So how long are you there for?
I do 2 weeks on, 1 week off.
Okay.
Just continue that rotation.
Yeah.
So,
Where's home base then?
Western New York near Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to shit for like 14 years fished in Alcott, New York.
Where's that?
Right near Buffalo, but on the Lake Ontario border, one of the little
Okay.
small
I
towns. Yep.
I know the name. So what were you going for? Like salmon or something else?
Yeah, mostly salmon, but you could catch a lot of steelhead and stuff.
Yeah, steelhead's fucking huge in the area.
Yep. And I got to admit, I went on that trip so long that I hate salmon now. Like no, you can only have salmon so many ways.
Uh, yeah, I'd say give it a few years. You might want it again. Like I caught a fucking giant salmon up here, and I'm like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, like yeah, I think I caught a 33 pounder was my biggest one ever, and I mean that's a big fish, and that's a lot of salmon. Like you can fry it, you can freaking grill it and do everything, but it still tastes like salmon.
So the one I caught up here, um, then I had it like boxed and shipped back home to the girlfriend's house, and like we grilled it a few different ways. And my main go-to is Cajun and maple syrup,
Yep, blackened.
which is which is fucking delicious. Um, and it didn't really taste that salmony. So, I mean, it was pretty good.
Am I just looking at Seese's big old nose?
Hey, thanks,
Makes a
man.
noise out of you.
Yeah, I finally got some voice, and that's what we hear. Fantastic.
Got some Bates noise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened. I was communicated, and then no sound whatsoever.
I know what the problem is. It's aircraft gremlins. They're following you around and touching your electronics.
That no, those are just my kids. Those aren't got nothing to do with aircraft. You don't want them anywhere near.
No, those are
So,
crotch goblins. They're not to be confused with aircraft gremlins.
well, the little one come in and just take off their shine, just run away, raising little hillbilly children.
Hillbilly or Hellbilly?
with an E. Yeah, whatever. That's it. That works.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when was the last time you two talked?
Shit, probably when bus broke down.
Yeah, down on the way back from Minnesota. Was it Minnesota? Yeah, we went
Oh
pick up
yeah,
a Winnebago bus. My wife's mom, so my mother-in-law's boyfriend, Mike, is on like cranky egg. He loves auctions, so he's just auctioning all day long. And he bought this. I don't even know what year that bus was. It was like a couple of things slapped together, yeah.
yeah,
But we had to drive up to Minnesota or fly up to Minnesota, pick it up, and he wanted to drive it back. Well, we
yeah. To
broke.
Phoenix at the time.
Yeah, we had a plan and everything. We brought tools on the airplane, so I'd be fixing it like Mad Max or whatever while we're trying to drive down the road. What did we blow up on it? A lot of things.
Yeah, well, so I get a call that hey, we're in Iowa, and I know you're in Kansas City. We're broke down in a bus. Can we tow this to your shop? I'm like, well, I guess. Well, I'll be damned if not a couple hours later, this freaking 1960 Winnebago shit shows up at the shop. I'm like, oh, so that night we're going through it. Like, what could have happened? What went wrong with this? Well, I'm like, what's this big red button next to the shifter? They're like, well, we don't know. We never touched it. I'm like, I don't know much about these, but some of these had a 2-speed rear end. They're like, well, we never touched it. Well, it turns out it does have a 2-speed rear end. So you have a high and low gear, and they were in low gear for 8 hours driving. That means they had that engine wrapped up to
Oh,
6,000 RPMs the whole way.
I had mentioned it to the old dudes that were with us. Hey, that's probably for a two-speed rear end. Nope, they just kept driving it, so I just rode in the back.
Just like that thing had been screaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody stopped to think, hey, this thing's fucking tacking above 3,000 for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, they're like, that's normal. Like, we're
Dude,
getting
it
horrible gas mileage, but yeah, it goes with it.
was a shit
That's
show.
not gas mileage. That's gas gallonage. That's like
Yeah,
3 gallons to the mile shit.
like, yeah, so they floated every valve in it. And oh, yeah.
What was the fucking temp of the engine, dude?
We pulled off by the time we got to Caesar's shop. It was cold.
You know, what temp was it when it fucking blew?
Oh shit. Not what it was supposed to be. It was way fucking higher. I can't remember
Yeah.
specific, but yeah, it didn't
Well,
really
you,
do
you
with the.
you remember the air brakes on it?
Yeah,
So the air brakes were like hooked up wrong. So it gets towed to the shop. We're all trying to work on it. Usually air brakes work where your engine dies, it locks up the brakes.
yeah.
You know, well, this was set up the opposite, where if you lose the engine, you have zero brakes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Super.
so it starts rolling down the driveway, like, and we can't stop it.
I asked him. I was like, "Are you bus? Hey? Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just reap it into Phoenix." We ain't mm. We
My
got there.
God.
Yeah, when we got there that night, it was like late or whatever. We ended up at a bar, and there was a bunch of locals at the bar, and there was this girl there. That's the whole meet and cease, and then the whole bar scene. And when we first got there, there was a bunch of they were young. They had to be like mid-20s, like Minnesota people in there. And this one just was wasted, and she just kept hanging on everybody. And then she started talking a bunch of trash. She smelled like pee the whole time. So that was what everybody, when we talk about the bus, we talk about Seese and the pee girl. So yeah.
I love getting correlated with that. Thanks.
You know what? That kind of tracks our memories there.
I think all of us have smelled like pee at least once in our lives.
Oh, guarantee.
Not including childhood. Like I'm talking Marine Corps career wise. Like
Yep.
been
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so you remember your pee story from last night? No, I don't remember it. I was blackout drunk. Ozcan has a great one about
Yeah, sadly, I got too many.
Yeah, that's the only one I know is the one that Ozcan told me about. I started pissing in my sock drawer one night.
Oh, nice.
Was
I
it
pissed in the mini fridge we had in the barracks. Yeah, my roommate was
Oh, nice.
pissed.
who did the
Who was your
fridge?
roommate?
I forget. It was some. God damn it, boot. I mean, he was a douche.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, like they put him in with me, and then next thing I know, I get woke up the next day for him telling me that I had to buy him new food, and I was like, "Why the shit do I got to buy you new food? Because you pissed on all my shit last night." Oh, all right. Like,
Ah,
I
that's
think
kind of fair.
I think you remember more than one story of you pissing tomorrow you weren't supposed to.
yeah,
Yeah, man, that was a long time ago. Shit. You remember when I broke my ankle
yeah.
and I ended up with rum runners with you guys?
Nope.
Anyway, yeah, the meds were fucking me up, and I had to take a shit, and there was no shitter in the fucking bathroom. I shit in the fucking parking garage. I lost my sock that day, but yeah, that shit happened. I remember that one this morning driving. I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? But I don't have a pee story. I got a shit story.
I like the stories that it took like 10 years for me to get embarrassed about. Like I thought it was a funny story and all that. Then like 10 years later, like, God damn it.
Oh man, shit.
Ah, yeah, I think we all have those though.
Yeah.
And then there's a few where I'm just like, take this for what it is. It's fucking hilarious to me.
Hmm. Man, when when did we first meet each other? Like mine's all a
When did
blur.
we do what?
Like me and Cease. Like when we didn't meet until BMX, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because we were in different classes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. I was like, man, where? Because you weren't in what was the fucking receiving barracks? I guess when you're in the schoolhouse barracks. Because you weren't in the
Oh, yeah. No. No. Yeah. We were already at that 40/20. Remember that fucking hellhole?
huh?
Oh, that's
Who was there?
fun.
See, I don't even remember. I don't remember anybody that was in my class now.
Yeah. Because that receiving barracks, I remember, was closed down like 3 times, even when we were in there for asbestos in the ceilings.
They didn't give a shit. They just like kept putting me in there.
Yeah. Like
You talking about 4010?
Everything.
40/10, was that the receiving barracks?
Yeah, I think
The one
so.
from the
'Cause
schoolhouse? Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then you went. Then we went to 40/20.
yeah, we didn't get to mingle with Gen Pop over here.
Yeah.
That's real bricks. Hmm, man.
Yeah, 4010, 4020, and 4025 are all gone now.
Are they really? Shit, our hangar's gone. I just saw
Mm.
Dude, that happened a while ago. They had to tear it down before it became like m- some sort of a fucking like
museum.
heritage piece.
Yeah.
Like I forget what it was, but it was like not long after we all got out. It was like getting to the point where if like X amount of years it was still around, like it would be like a landmark or a heritage piece or like something like that, and then they couldn't, so they had to tear it down
Yeah.
to get rid of it.
Yeah.
No, I saw it on Facebook, like the fucking like excavator like reaching up and just like ripping down
Yeah.
the one fucking hangar thing. I was just like, oh no, that's sad but awesome.
Yeah. I still remember me and Bates having to pressure wash where those sliding doors fucking opened. Oh god damn, was that so
A
bad?
fucking pigeon shit.
Like, and the
Oh,
picture I saw was them taking off that door. I was like, ah, son of a bitch. We cleaned that for nothing.
I think we were taking a
The
picture.
amount of people, what was that, Bates?
I said we were taking a picture one day, like the squadron was taking a picture one day in front of those doors, and I think a pigeon flew out of the hangar and like hit the blade, knocked itself out, and everybody's trying to like not pay attention. Man, that fucking place was what? What's up? Where'd you go? Kate. This is my oldest daughter, Kinsley. So you didn't get to meet none of the kids, Cease, but I did. I think
No.
pretty sure.
Cease, don't believe him. Those aren't actually his kids. It's an alien life form group that just
Oh,
adopted and pulled him into it.
just
Yeah.
wait. Pop ups and come here real quick.
They've convinced him that he's the father of them all.
It's
There's
like, or is
not
this like
actually a real
Teletubbies?
child among them.
It's
Yeah.
gonna come out. She's red haired, blue eyed. Like, oh yeah, that's definitely Bates.
Uh,
Thing doesn't even like tacos, eats potatoes.
Yeah.
that's come on. That's my. I helped make that one. Where's Laney? I do got a red hair, blue eyes. The little one is yeah. Oh God, she's so mean, guys. She's so mean all day.
Oh yeah, daughters, man.
Oh my goodness, look. Where's Kim? Oh Jesus,
How old's
see,
your
look.
daughter, Cease?
I'm sorry, what?
How old's your daughter, Mabel?
Oh, she just turned 10 last week.
Oh shit,
Holy shit.
Oh,
Kinsley 11 on the what 23rd,
yeah,
22nd. I always get the day mixed up.
yeah. At that point, they are so mean. Like, just, I mean, Mabel's dark sense of humor, no clue where that came from.
Oh
I
no,
mean, she
no,
goes right for the core.
only her- no, I do not have tape.
Well, I mean, are you sure you know who the mother is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That DNA test. I mean, definitely know who the father is, but the mother is only 99.99.
Still a
Definitely,
1% chance it wasn't her.
That's what I'm saying.
you would pick yourself if you never knew.
What about you, Augie? How many you got? Oh, you lucky son of a bitch!
Yep.
You
Look at Steve.
fucking
Oh, have
played
the
your
high
goddamn cards right.
man.
Well, I mean, my ex-wife had her tubes tied, and then that ended, and so then I'm just like, well, I'm almost 40. I'm getting the snip, so I got the snip.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, well, I mean, I don't want to, be my dad and be like, he's 70 right now, and my half brother like just graduated college. I'm just like, I don't think I want that for me.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be the old dad either, and like now at 30 fucking 8 or 9 or whatever the fuck I am now, I am the old man. Like, ah, fuck my
Yeah,
back.
but
Yeah, we can't go play
39 with a
outside. And I'm like,
39 with a 10-year-old's not that bad.
oh, yeah, but when
She'll be
your body
graduating
thinks it's
college.
80,
She'll be graduating college, and you're going to be like, I'm 50.
dead.
Get the fuck off my lawn. Wait a minute. So does that mean you have like the white New Balances that you keep stained green from mowing the lawn?
Yeah, man, they're in the garage. I
He's
can
got it.
actually show you.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. But I am that person that I don't give a shit about my yard until my neighbors mow theirs. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, now I have
Yep.
to.
That's the way Bates is with shoveling snow.
Yeah, I don't. I, I purposely work from home those days, so I'm gonna do
And we all thought he was going to be so good at gardening.
it. I am. I just fixed.
You didn't see that thing he put out on Facebook the other day where he removed a stump all by himself?
I use
No, I did not.
I use the high lift, but yeah, I can't get anything in there because the gate's too small, and I can like it's right next to the house. So I dug it out around it and then hooked that high lift to it. Fucking tricked it right out of the ground. I got
Still hasn't planted any corn or tomatoes by it though.
Yeah.
not out there. No, I
Well,
had
why
some.
not? Deer
And
in the
like you're in
area?
Wisconsin now, right, Bates?
Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah,
I feel like there's not many of the browner people to help you with the yard work.
no, no. I know that's what I do it myself. That's what
Who's
I
the
was like.
brownest person there?
My son doesn't want to. He's more of a video game kid, which is fine. But the little mean one wants to come and help, but she doesn't like loud noises. So anytime I go cut the grass, she's like, "I'm going inside." Whatever do you think? But yeah, nobody will cut the grass. So I gotta do it. Yeah,
What are
we
you
had.
gonna do?
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the grade in the backyard after I put the stump out, it was all flooring towards the house. So I put window wells in there. I didn't even know what those were until I just Googled. It was like window troughs or whatever. Anyway, So I put those in there so that when it does rain, that flows away and it doesn't puddle up by the window. Essentially.
Have you
Yeah.
ever had a basement?
Huh? No. This is my first basement. Was
What the fuck? Do you got
dude?
basements in where you live, Cease?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have basements where you live?
Oh, that's where I'm at right now. It's like 20 degrees cooler than the rest of the house.
Yeah.
That's right. You're in Tornado Alley, so you gotta have a basement.
Oh yeah, well, I got a basement and then a storm shelter in the basement.
He's
Yeah.
got a farm basement.
And the whole time I'm just like, I got insurance on this bitch. Just let a tornado hit.
I have a bar in the
That's what I'm
basement.
talking about.
Is it a wet bar?
Mm. Well, I don't run a hose from the sink, but yeah, yeah,
I'll count it.
yeah, it'll work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I got a. Well, I didn't know what a basement was. I know what to look at. So we're looking at buying houses. So I have to go to basement school and learn what to spell, how to spell. Anyway, we got this one. The basement's huge, and it's like what do they call it? Finished because there's like ceiling tiles on it, and
Yep.
then stuff. That's where my squat rack and all my workout stuff is. But I haven't been down there in a couple of days.
Yeah, finished basement is a scam. That's just an extra like $600,000 or whatever they cost.
Hmm?
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, look at this square footage for for this finished basement. It's like, motherfucker, it's still a basement.
Oh yeah. Well, like me, I kind of got it's a semi-finished or whatever because it's only half of it. But if I put any kind of sink or bathroom, that's what considers a finished basement. So I got a drain. That's my little urinal because freaking bathroom's not going in here for tax purposes.
Deep sink. That's all you need, man.
Yeah, like I don't care. I'll pee anywhere. Just I'm not paying for it.
You need a bucket in the corner.
Yeah, like
Uh, so I've missed you fuckers. How have y'all been?
Just living the dream, man.
oh yeah, just
Every day, every day.
just loving life.
I'm
Just
tired.
goddamn.
I
Yep.
want to sleep, but I can't. I can't stay up that late no more.
I'm pretty sure my life involves me talking about my doctor's appointments now.
Does it really?
Yeah, what the hell? Why?
Oh shit. Oh yeah. I got a little gift from the Marine Corps. Little blood cancer.
What?
Yeah. Fucking dicks. Been
What
fighting
the
that for
hell?
about 5 years. Yeah. The JP5, the benzene.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long story, but yeah. Turns out cocksuckers gave me one last little fuck you, little green weenie.
Yes. Shit, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it only like extremely raises my platelets or some shit and had a stroke and stuff.
So,
Like a stroke?
Not the good kind. Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, no, I mean, but it's kind of like a public service announcement. Like, yeah, all of us assholes that were swimming in that fucking fuel cells, get your ass
Don't
checked.
bathe in JP5.
Yeah, like,
Wear your PPE when pressing the climb dive valve.
yeah. Well, hey, PPE was only when they didn't need that aircraft up.
yeah.
Like, then they're like, shut the fuck up and get in. All right, well,
I always like to tell people. So basically, like my job for cleaning soil and groundwater is this stuff called industrial dry cleaning solvents. So PD680 dry cleaning solvent. Right before we came in, they banned the stuff that I'm cleaning up now called TCE, trichloroethylene, and they pulled
Mhm.
the TCE out of the PD680. Well, that was banned like right before I got to the unit. And so like those 5 gallon buckets were still swimming around with PD680 in them. And my God, let me tell you, they worked great at stripping bearing grease off the fucking wheel bearings. And there was no point in wearing a nitrile glove because you
It
pulled
ate
the
through
wheel
it.
bearing covered in
Mm-hmm.
grease, shove it in the bucket, pull it out, all the grease is gone, and like pretty much like that, the nitrile glove is also gone. And you're just like,
Oh, so you're saying it
what
worked?
the hell? This shit were great at fucking stripping grease or anything else you wanted it to.
Oh
But
yeah.
there was no point in nitrile gloves for it. And they're like, well, what was the proper glove for it? And I'm like, I have no idea because they never gave it to us. Like maybe it was a kitchen glove, but that probably would have been eaten through too. Who knows?
Did I ever tell you the story how I got diagnosed though?
No.
No, this was like the ultimate us jackass thing to do. But this was 5 years ago. It was my girlfriend's birthday. We all have a rager and stuff, start getting wasted. And apparently her friend was like kickbox or whatever. And I wasn't there. I mean, I was drunk, just wasn't their mentality. And I asked, I was like, well, at the end of the day, you're still a girl. How hard can you kick? And I put my hands above my head, let her swift kick me in the ribs. I took it and I go, well, that was all right. I didn't realize this, but I come to at like 1 in the morning. And I go, well, I can't breathe. Everything sucks. I'm sitting at the end of the bed, like can't even lean down. So I did what any gentleman would do, and I dealt with it for 7 hours. I'm like, oh, okay. So finally, at like 8 in the morning, wake my girlfriend up. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to take me to the hospital. She goes, I'm sorry, what? I was like, yep, we're gonna have to go to the hospital. We get in the car and we make it like 2 houses up. I go, stop the car. I gotta pass out. I open the car door and fall out into the yard. And I remember laying there and I'm like, I'm going in and out of consciousness. And I'll still never forget my mentality was, you're gonna die in your neighbor's yard, you pussy. Why are you being a bitch? You're gonna die like this? Fuck you. Stand the fuck up. Stand the fuck up, you bitch. And I stand up and I look at my girlfriend and I go, yep, call 911. And I start walking back to my house. They show up. It's a huge ordeal. It turns out she broke two of my ribs and ruptured my spleen. And I had 2 liters of internal bleeding. Let me say, you only have 5.
Well, at least it was
So
still
the what's up?
at least the blood was still in. Like
Yeah, that's what I like. I couldn't tell. I was like,
yeah,
I'm fine.
It's
for
still
him,
there. It's
that's
still yours.
So I remember going into surgery, and they're like, "Well, we're going to do this laparoscopic surgery, and you're only going to have 2 little scars. Don't worry." I wake up 5 days later, and I'm split from freaking my sternum all the way to my ball sack, like a zipper. I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, what the hell happened? Oh yeah, well, we couldn't find the internal bleeding, so we had everything out twice looking for it. Blah. Yeah, it was a ruptured spleen. Blah. Oh, okay. Well, we took the spleen. Well, then, like 8 weeks later, I freaking lose 50 pounds. I look gray. I'm like, nope, I'm not going back to the doctor. Whatever. Well, I got sepsis. And they said I was like a day away from dying of sepsis. I'm like, nah, it's fine. Well, next thing I know, I got to get another huge surgery. They got to freaking take out a rib so they can get all the infection off, all that. And I'm like, all right, after that, I was like, I'm totally done with surgeries. I'm finally going to get better. I'm like, wow, yeah. We also found something else. You have blood cancer, and it makes your spleen enlarged, which made it like a balloon. And it's from benzene, which they put in jet fuels. I'm like, oh, fantastic.
great.
Wholesome Bates is.
Yeah,
Get
I
his
know.
nice
Like,
little good night, his good
yeah.
night kisses
Oh.
during these death stories.
Yeah, like he's like,
I'm
I love you,
listening.
babe.
Wait, I, this was like soon. Like this was after we hung out. Yeah,
Yeah,
you found out all of
right
this.
after.
Yeah,
Yep.
fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
So,
good times. I
so
mean,
like,
is she helping you keep your green card though? Or like, how's that?
I'm more white than she is.
Mm,
Bates is actually getting her the green card.
yeah, exactly.
She's part German.
Yeah, they've been known to do nothing wrong.
No, they're angels, angels.
Yeah, but,
But like, I got questions. But so like, what do you
okay.
guys? Anything that you're doing or have to do for this? Like, I don't know. I don't know about.
Oh, no, I have to inject myself in the stomach every Monday, and it gives me the flu, and the flu helps you fight your body producing platelets. So,
The logic stuff. It makes sense.
What?
no, yeah,
Fuck?
Yeah.
yeah,
I've been watching doctor shows. I know this.
yep. So
So,
that's awesome.
Robinson
so
is
how long are you gonna have
insane.
to do that for like indefinitely?
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I keep telling my girlfriend and shit, like I'm hard to kill.
Hmm?
Like, I mean, I feel like this was a confidence booster. Like, bitch, you can take my spleen, you can give me sepsis, you can give me fucking blood cancer, but I ain't going nowhere.
I'll drink to that.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to alcoholic beverage now.
But on a no shit thing, like, yeah, if anybody has any bullshit, yeah, that benzene and shit in that JP5, it was a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I think of all the cleaning, like you were saying, the cleaning chemicals and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
goddamn. Yeah, you need to wear, I mean, PPE to no end, but we don't have any of that, so just use it. Oh, all
No,
right, fuck yeah. Yeah, like,
sweat. Mm, mm.
I know you guys have both done this too, but washing the bottom of the aircraft and getting the aircraft soap all over you, and your lips turn numb, and you're like, "This can't be good for me."
oh yeah. I
No.
remember my, like, that top layer of skin coming off after all that cleaning's been on you for too long.
Uh-huh.
Mm, man. We, now that you
No.
guys got me remembering it, fucking in my eye, toe safety glasses, just covered in it. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good times.
Oh, so many times. You guys remember when
And they
we had
wonder why we drank so much.
remember what we had to do when we had a hung landing gear?
That, oh, in Virginia, were you there for that one?
No, I didn't go anywhere, man. They kept me right there
Yeah.
at 204.
Freaking Virginia, they had like some air show, and it was all fun and dandy, and the damn landing gear sticks. So they have
Mm-hmm.
all the film crew out there, like we're all trying to look badass Marines, and you go out there with your fucking, you know, pillow
Mattress.
tops. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, yeah, stake those down in the ground, and the jackass hovers above us with that like 150-mile-an-hour freaking downwash on the news. We are flying everywhere trying to stake this shit down, and they wave them off and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be my cool like picture of me just flying through the air as I'm trying to stake it down.
That place was
Was it
ridiculous.
Major Robinson? Because he always had hung landing gears.
Do you guys
I'm trying to.
remember they pulled the landing gear in the trucks? We had to like hide it behind everything else. We had to move birds or rotate them around a big
Oh
circle.
no, no, yeah, that's the one that was with shit. What was his name? The crew chief. Yeah, that bitch took off 20 feet in the air from Avi because they
Mm.
switched two pins, broke off the wing. That was 204, right?
I remember
No, no,
I was
yeah,
on vacation when that
yeah.
happened. That was 16.
But
Uh huh.
that wasn't the only one though. They had one that caught on fire when we had to go and guard it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Graham, isn't he the one that got fucking uh, whatever the inhaler shit is because
Oh,
that hate, yeah,
the,
that halon shit sprayed him in the face.
oh man.
Yeah, him and Hauk from Airframes. Mika.
Uh huh.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they
that
both
shit
had to
sprayed him all. Yeah, knocked him
wait,
out.
no, yeah, so Bammer and Hauk they had to go get checked afterwards because anytime you fight a fucking composite fire, like you
It's
got
like,
to go get your lungs checked and documented because like the little fibers go in your lungs too.
Yeah.
So
What
it
and
was
that
like
that
the
that shit.
halon and the carbon
You
fiber.
know, I was gonna say like, yeah,
yeah.
when you're
So
putting out a fire with pure poison, what do you think's gonna happen?
yeah, we had to,
Halon's not a poison.
Halon? Isn't that what was in the tanks?
Yeah,
we
well,
had,
halon is, if you look on like a periodic table of elements, it's
Uh huh.
all the way over there by neon gas. It's inert, so it displaces the air, which is the point of it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
yeah. But I
But
gotta check your lungs.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
like it's pretty much inert unless like you like put it in like a tube and expose it to high voltage electricity or electricity like a neon light, and like it'll just do that.
yeah, but if it gets in your lungs, it's dispersing all the oxygen in your lungs.
Yeah, which is why you would pass out, which is
Oh, okay.
also why it puts out a fire.
Yeah. So it
So
works.
I mean, it works.
yeah. We had that
So
was
does the CO2 extinguisher.
yeah. I think we had man. There was so many wrecks. Not wrecks, just like I. One of the pilots, they didn't even take off. They just pulled it off. This flight suits and put that fucking landing and just we pulled into the chocks and then stuck the foot up under the nose. We had to hide that one too. We had to hide so many birds that broke.
What other ones broke?
Huh?
I don't know. There was all the cannibalized bitches too.
Oh, that I still talk about that. How much that pissed me off to no end. You'd have to strip a good bird to get another bird up.
Hey, that bird's in phase. Take this part off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 months later, that bird's starting to look like a skeleton, and we're still ripping every part we can off of it. And then, like 6 to 8 months later, after that, it's just like, hey, that bird hasn't flown in almost a year, so we need to get it back to we'll cannibalize this bird and get that bird up. It's like, what the fuck?
That I still have to admit, out of all the jobs I had, that phase crew at 204 was probably the best job I ever had.
Were you a
Phase
Stumbaugh and
crew.
Jones?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good shop.
That like that was the bet. Like, and it was Staff Sergeant. Who's the bald one?
Yee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought
Like
Yee was in charge there.
who?
Sergeant Yee?
No. At the time I was there, it was Staff Sergeant, the tattooed bald one. Tall. I mean, he was like 6 foot something.
Oh,
Oh yeah, from Flightline, the road
Yeah.
motorcycles. Bates, who was
Yep.
he?
fuck. Ah, it was a norm. It was a normal name. It wasn't a crazy name.
Uh huh. Dude, he was freaking off. He didn't give a goddamn about nothing. Like,
He was cool as shit. I liked him.
yeah, like
He had that hot girlfriend from Maintenance Alley.
yes,
He had
Ah,
yes. I'm sorry, I'm late. I don't give a shit. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Thanks. Like,
didn't he have like
for sure,
flames?
that's the important thing.
yeah,
Right?
Mm.
Damn.
No, I remember like because I was working in hazmat and Stumbaugh, my best friend and roommate, was
uh-huh.
working in phase, and he was telling me, he was just like, yeah, so it took a nice I had a nice liquid lunch today, and I'm just like, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Good
It's
shit.
also when I found out that Stumbaugh shaved once a week because he doesn't grow facial hair.
Yeah, I don't either.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, he like walked
I
up to
have
me
to,
one day. He's like, I haven't shaved in 4 days. I'm like,
motherfucker. I forget who was. I had a roommate, Chrisman. If you guys remember him, they made him shave twice a fucking day.
Oh,
Like,
I don't remember him.
he was just
Wait, was he the motherfucker with the really wide chin?
yes.
he
I
Yeah.
had
don't remember him then.
eyes.
I mean, at the time, we were all like, you know, crackhead skinny, and he
Yeah.
had that, yeah, wide
But
face.
he was like that
Really
hairy.
wide face, played guitar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Christmas.
Never
Was
had
he?
money for cigarettes to save his life.
Uh huh. But that motherfucker could sneeze and grow a full beard.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad. Like, I remember, I think it was when we got switched from VMX 204. They made him just start bringing in a razor every day because after lunch he would have to shave again.
Oh, Mountain
I
Man.
mean, I can't say much about that. I used to make Nixon bring a razor in just because he couldn't be trusted to not to shave before coming to work. I'd be like, just come to work and I'll make you shave here. One less thing for you to worry about. Just get here
Goddamn
on
Nixon.
time.
Yeah, like Nixon.
But I,
Fuck.
Say what you will. I love that little bastard.
You
I,
know, he was just awesome. Like,
I think I talked to him. I don't know, like a year ago or something. He like showed up on Facebook or whatever. Anyway,
Dude, I was talking to him last week.
yeah. Oh yeah. Um,
Yeah.
shit. What was it? He had freaking bite marks all over his body one day. Do you remember that?
yes, I do.
And I don't know. I don't know what happened, but he was gone that weekend, and then like he came back, and then he came back to work. So he was hanging out with these. I think he was what the fuck, like some D&D chicks or something. Like he was with his. What did he used to play? World of
Play
Warcraft.
D&D.
Yeah, and World of Warcraft. Yeah, and then like he left, come back, he's got bite marks all over. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh man, crazy fucking nicks.
No, do you remember when so he had that white like Acura or whatever it was? And he was just like one day he shows up late and I'm like, why are you late? He's like, oh, I had to walk. I'm like, why did you have to walk from the barracks to here? You couldn't get a ride from someone and you have a car. What the hell's going on? He's like, well, I can't drive it right now. I'm like, do you need an inspection? No. Do you need gas money? No. Do you need tires? No. Where the fuck is it? It's at the marina. Why is it at the marina and why can't you drive it from the marina? Is it in the water? No. Where is it? And why is it stuck at the marina? He's like, well, it's at the marina. You know how there's telephone poles in the parking lot, like, like at the edges holding all the gravel in? He's like, it's on the telephone pole. I'm like,
Oh, God.
you gotta be shitting me.
Was it? I think I remember
I'm like, listen, we got a squadron full of rednecks here. We can go recover your vehicle. He's like, nah. I'm like, your vehicle, man. I'm not gonna fucking stop you then. I'm like, okay. Like I could ask like any one of like 700 people at this unit who have a truck and a tow strap who would love to fucking pull your vehicle for you. And you're just like, no, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm like, it's one of the more interesting things I've ever heard.
he just
No, I don't need my vehicle
he
that
seemed
I'm
happy.
paying for.
Like he was mellow as hell.
Yeah,
Jason.
I don't know. I didn't get it. But me and Hawes made him come out drinking with us one night, and it was fucking hilarious because I got blackout drunk. Nixon got blackout drunk. Then I got really annoying. So Hawes had to fucking like knock me out. At which point Nixon goes, don't beat up my corporal.
I
Well, I
remember.
got knocked out by Hawes, which happened quite often. Bates knows. He's seen it.
I remember that
So
because
Hawes knocked me out. I wake up the next morning. I have a note pinned to my chest that said, sorry, I had to kick your ass. I stole your car.
I remember that. The next
I'm
or
just like,
whatever.
oh, well, I guess we'll see Leroy later.
Yeah. Hope my car's good.
He
Like,
was
well,
like,
he didn't live that far away. It was like 2 or 3 blocks away, but he's just like, I don't want to walk. I'm just gonna take Steve's car.
Oh man, yeah. Hawes was telling the story when you guys came back to work, and the way he said it was, he knocked you out, and Nixon like laid across you, all dramatic, and was like, "Dude, hurt my body." Yeah, that's why I was laughing. But
No, but he kept referring to me as Corporal Ozzy, and he like the way Hawes would say it, it's just so fucking hilarious. I'm just like, ah, God, you're such a good storyteller at this one.
that was great.
See, and that's like half the point of this podcast is like, we need these stories.
Yeah.
People need to know and remember.
Somebody's gonna find us 20,000 years in the future. They'll be like, man, these people savages.
Well, and I mean that's what's crazy is it doesn't matter. Like we are such derelicts. Like we all think we got good stories, then you just see somebody and they bring up 90 things that you did not remember. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I forgot about that. Damn it.
Oh shit, we did do that. That was great.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're like your
No.
3-story fucking beer bong.
Uh,
Fuck
and you
you.
were the only fucker that cleared it.
yeah.
Not for
You,
long.
you,
You got it all down and you
Yeah,
held
I
it
did.
inside you for more than 30 seconds.
I did. And I go, well, guys, that was fun. I'm going to need a minute over here. And then just fucking, I thought I tore my stomach from that fucker. Like, it was so
I
bad.
remember I cracked the ball valve on it and I just went open and I closed it and I went, nope, that's too much.
Yes.
But it was half the fucking tube. And I'm like, and like, I will freely admit this now. I feel no shame in saying this. I've never been able to chug a beer. I'm not good at chugging beer. I'm not good at fucking beer bongs. Like, if I were to take this and shotgun it right now, I'm gonna be like, I need 20 minutes before the next one. Like, I don't know what it is between the cold or the carbonation, but I'm like, I can't fucking do it. But I'm like, I just drink it leisurely at my own pace. We're good. But that thing, like, because we held 6 beers in it, 3 stories of tube, and then the funnel on top, it held 6 beers.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
like
just
three
remember
story
cracking it open and thinking I was going to have enough time to shut it off. And by that time, it's already in me. like there was no time to shut the fucker off. I was like, well, that just happened.
like I said, like I cracked it and I fucking turned it right back. I'm like, that was a mistake. It was just like, I'm like, and that was half. I'm just like, son of a bitch.
then Hot fucking kept it, didn't he?
Yep.
Whole thing. I
Didn't
swear.
you do 2 that night though?
Yeah,
Hmm?
I did it again.
Yeah, because everyone was like, Cease, cease, cease.
Yeah.
Like we were fucking cheering you on. It was the best thing ever. We're like, he's the man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And in my mentality is I'm walking up like, you bitch, you better fucking do this. Yeah. And then, no, it did not go well on the second one. I'm
Yeah.
like, my body can only take so much. And
Was that after
six,
Nellis or was that after the boat? I can't remember. I know it was one of
that
the
was
two.
after Nellis.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I didn't get to go to Nellis. And then all you guys came back ready to freaking party.
Yeah, because I saved up all my debt money, which was like a
Yeah.
thousand dollars,
Me and
which was like
Batez never got to go on any of the cool shit.
No, we did it.
I I
No, like
like
around the boat.
offered to fight everyone in the shop in front of Staff Sergeant Christopher, and he was just like, "Fuck it, you can go." I think he just let me go because I was 20 and he figured I wouldn't get in much trouble. He's like, he's 20, he can't legally drink there, he can't gamble, he won't get in trouble. This will be great. So it was me from Hazmat. It was me, Rizzo, and you remember Richmond?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
was me, Rizzo, and Richmond. And so they just left me for nights, and Rizzo and Richmond covered days, and yeah, it was great. Who was there's a fucking gunny out of Flightline who was doing maintenance admin at the time. Little short guy, like he had a fucking his ring tattooed on his ring finger. Little angry fucking guy, leathery skin, but he was also like the nicest guy. Who the
Was he bald? I think everybody's bald. No, was he bald?
I don't remember.
Did he shave his head?
He wasn't
Not
like bald
not Gunny
bald.
Lally. Gunny Lally. I remember
No, it
him.
wasn't Lolly. Lolly wasn't there. Anyways, my favorite story from that Nellis debt was so we're on the Air Force Base Nellis there, and on the flight line back then even they were like the fucking MPs of the base came rolling up to like where we are on the fucking far side of the flight line, going, "Hey, you guys need to be wearing um, glow belts when you're on the flight line doing maintenance, so you can be seen." And we're like, "Get the fuck out of here! We're not doing that!" Like en masse, everyone was just like, "No, that's not happening. That's stupid. You can
Go
go
away.
fuck yourself." And they're like, "Well, who's in charge?" And we're like, "Go talk to Gunny inside." And he's just like, and then we all follow these MPs, and well, they go talk to Gunny inside in the little maintenance shack or whatever the hell he has. He's just like, "You guys need to be in glow belts." He's just like, "Why? That's fucking stupid." He's like, "It's the rules here." And he's just like, "All right, well, you guys make them then." And like, they just look, points at all of us. He's just like, "Make them. Make a squadron full of Marines. Go for it. See how
Go
far you get."
put your glow box on so we can see him. Where'd the
Pulled his bitch card real quick.
yeah,
That was the last time we had that problem. I was just like, sweet. Where'd Cease go? Is he pissing in the corner again?
his sump up kicked on. You gotta go check it. I know what that is now because I have a basement.
Works. He could have at least showed us pictures of his feet.
I think he's wearing.
Thanks. When do we get to see your feet? Because I mean, I heard you got a fresh pedicure.
No, my feet are gnarly, dude. I wear boots all day. Mm, you don't want to see that. We went to Puerto
Oh yeah.
Rico. I got those
I
cool
mean, with
shoes with the
those things being in boots all day and like getting the weird, like like rednecky toes that you have, like you step on some cockroaches. I'm telling you, that's at least $500-600 a photo.
really.
Oh yeah,
I got
definitely. We get you on Feet Finder, you could, dude, you're not sitting, you're literally standing on thousands of dollars a day that are just wasted.
Yeah,
just
that
walk.
is not below Bates.
I think I need a motorcycle. So
Think
mm,
about how good of a life you and your family could have if you got a pedicure, got on Feet Finder, and started selling feet pictures like you were a woman named Melinda Batez.
I'm not even. I'll leave the little hairs on two people dig that.
You shave those off, obviously,
I'm,
or you find
It
someone with
wouldn't
a
be the
hot
first time
flash.
he's wore women's underwear.
You don't have to wear women's underwear to be on Feet Finder. I mean, that's fucking feet, not
yeah.
crotches. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, he's already sent us a gratuitous freaking crotch shot earlier.
I think he was trying to show off his chubby thighs, be like, thick thighs save lives. My name's Batez. Look at this
Yeah,
popcorn. Oh,
like,
sorry, that's my dick.
Oh shit. My hoochie daddy shorts.
Dude, I'm wearing hoochie daddy shorts too, but I had the, politeness to like not show it off. See, but I'll show it off now.
well, now,
You
yeah,
guys are
that's the
for it.
exact opposite of what we were wanting. Like,
These are a nice Rhodesian fucking brush stroke, and if you want, you can stroke my brush.
no, I'm good.
All right.
Bates, you're up.
Yeah, no. Oh man, I left my house on. I'll be back.
So, I mean, it only took 54 minutes to, start getting like really good dick jokes
Oh
in,
yeah,
but we got them in.
Sorry.
Oh, that's why I miss you fuckers.
Oh shit. So what you been up to
yeah.
here?
Oh, what has who been up to?
You.
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
That's not. So I'm working in Alaska right now, and it's pretty fun. On an Air Force base, and cooking the shit out of some dirt, and yeah, cleaning that motherfucker up. I mean, it's just a test pile, so it's pretty fun. But I mean, I'm in Anchorage, Alaska, which is interesting to say the least, because one, Alaska is beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
fucking fantastically beautiful. Two, You would not believe the the number isn't high, but I'd say the percentages of fucking homeless drug addicts here.
Like
Well,
there's a
yeah. What else are you gonna do?
What's that?
I mean, what else are you gonna do in Alaska? Like enjoy the views and do drugs.
Well, I mean,
those
the
guys.
thing is, it's like mainly natives. So it's like all like Alaska's fucking huge. You guys know that, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like they all come from like the villages in like the middle of fucking nowhere. And they're like, I'm gonna go to Anchorage, find some work. Well, they come to Anchorage and they end up not finding work.
they find
What they
drugs.
end up finding is alcohol.
Oh,
Mm. Well,
And, you know, I don't
that
know
could,
if it's racist to say it, but natives and
are you talking
alcohol,
Eskimos?
like they can't handle it like Cease can.
no,
Well,
yeah, indigenous.
And
it's called alcoholism, so it's kind of nice. Like,
and then the other thing is like natives in the state of Alaska get like a monthly stipend for money and healthcare services.
so
Well, that,
Wells is from Alaska, right? Like Anchorage.
oh
I
yeah,
remember that.
That motherfucker still he's living in Florida now, and that son of a bitch still gets a paycheck
Is he
wow.
from
still
Alaska.
registered as living here?
I think so with his mom and dad still living up there.
Oh, yeah, I remember him saying that he was from up here.
Yeah, I mean that shows you the class of people.
It's not so much the class of people. I think he just got sick of the winters.
Yeah, like
Excuse me. But it is
right.
absolutely fucking fantastic here. Like I saw a bear on my site this morning. It was just like walking past and we're just like, yeah, stay over there, buddy. You're like less than 20 feet from me.
And you're on the base.
Yeah, I'm like pretty much the end of the flight line. So like they come off the flight line,
Forever.
off the fence for like a flight line, and then like I'm right on the other side of that across the road. So like planes take off and just like come over my site, and I'm just like, holy fuck, that's loud.
So what are you doing now?
I'm fucking cleaning a soil and groundwater volume.
Okay. Is that where you shit? I saw you how many years ago in Springfield? Is that where you were doing then? Missouri.
Same company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm with the same company. Like, yeah, that was like I was less than a year into the job then. Yeah, I remember running into you. I told Bates when I like because I did a podcast with him already,
Oh, okay.
probably over a year ago. Uh,
No,
and one of our story sections was randomly running into Cease.
Yeah, like what are the fucking chances I'm
Like,
cleaning my car in Springfield, Missouri, and all of a sudden I get fucking Augie pulling up behind me?
that's crazy.
just pull. It was fucking wild because like I'm pulling into my hotel and like I'm just like that car looks really familiar. I know I've seen that car before, but couldn't be. No, that's Cease's car. Get a little closer. I'm like, that guy kind of has like the build of Cease. No fucking way. Get even closer, and I'm just like, and he has the facial bone structure. It has to be him now. I'm screaming Cease out the window, no matter who it is.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I was just like, and
And
I took it as like, oh shit, that's crazy. I saw him. And I'm like, how fucking crazy is that? I'm like,
yeah, yeah. So I told that story, and Bates told the story of breaking down in an RV and calling you to save his life.
oh yeah.
Dude, I still, when people ask me about some of the guys while I was enlisted, I was like, yo, bro, let me tell you about this. My homeboy Cease, talked to him and like, yeah, gave him a call. He said, come on down.
Well, I mean, that's what I love about all of us, like the old crew and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have to talk every day. It can go 5 years and you hit me up.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's there. And same with all you guys. Like, I feel
And
like big
Talk to
difference.
anyone from the old unit or old shop.
hmm, oh, Kruger lives just north of me in Green Bay. You told me that,
Yeah,
didn't you? Yeah.
yeah. But have
Huh?
you talked to him? Have you hit him up?
Yeah, I hit him up. We talked for like I don't know, like a couple of days or whatever, for like a week. We just got busy, and I think we were going on vacation too. So I just kind of like, so I'll have to head that way and go check him out. He's kind of
What do you do? What are you doing, Bates, up in Wisconsin?
hmm. So I well, man, how do I put
Mowing lawns.
it? No, we take the cow shit from the dairies and we pull the water out of it. We get water, and then a liquid fertilizer from the cow waste, and
Yeah.
then a solid fertilizer. They tumble it and dry it. So like we're essentially reclaiming water, but um, we can discharge in a stream after it goes through our system. Like that's how clean the water is. Well, with the DNR up here is real stringent on that. So, but yeah, so we take all the from the dairy farms. And there's a you get a chance, you can look up BC Organics and Greenleaf, and like where our filtration stuff is at that site. So it's a big
So you,
digest.
you became a hippie.
Huh?
You became a hippie. I knew it. I knew it was
No,
gonna
he's not.
No.
happen.
He's got he's got gauges. He's got the big beard, but still a
Oh,
tight hair to be like, I'm kind of capitalist.
he hasn't said it, but I guarantee you that's a fucking IPA.
That's a what?
IPA.
You have an IPA in there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, this is
No, that's kombucha. That's a piss jug.
Yeah,
Nobody knows what he was.
he has a piss test coming up.
you got to recycle. Really, just all but yeah.
So
So
now, Lee, what's
hmm,
your favorite flavor of kombucha?
I don't even know what this man.
Do you like the one with the live mother and the raspberry? Or do you
Oh,
like
Hmm.
honey?
Yeah.
stop it! I don't like take back. Change back.
I made a nice vegan, gluten-free cauliflower crust pizza. Would you like to come over and sample it with me?
No, no, I'm good.
What kind of beard splooge do you use? Hmm.
This is vegan and organic, and it's made from not unfair traded non-slave bees. It's a
Hmm.
wax.
Recycled cow shit.
Yeah. So
This solve you can also use on your feet when you're doing feet finder picks.
it's very interesting. But so that's why we essentially we moved to Wisconsin, from Arizona, because the cost of living there was ridiculous. My
Oh
wife
yeah.
was there. Okay, the job is kind of into it with my water, wastewater, mechanical, plumbing background. Hey, hey,
Bates, we're
one,
not getting any sound from you.
Yeah, you're breaking up there a little bit.
no,
So is
work.
it the same? No, it's better. What? So is it the same job you were doing in Phoenix?
No, I was working for the cities in Phoenix. So when I got a ring in water wastewater for like the city of Waco, things like that. Left and went to Arizona, went to mechanic school, and then there's no money, so I jumped back into work. So I was doing something. I was running a wastewater treatment plant. So it was something very similar.
Well, apparently the internet connection in Wisconsin sucks because you keep breaking up.
Don't break up with him just because he lives in Wisconsin. That's fucked up. He can hook you up with some cheese curds.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's about it. Goddamn Canadians. He's damn. I mean, 100% a hippie. Now that I'm fucking doing the math
Oh,
here.
no, no, no. There's a difference between Wisconsin and Canada. Wisconsin has cheese curds. Canada has, what's that shit called? Maple
Poutine.
Days.
syrup.
Hmm. It's something Canadian. Is that maple syrup? It's like
Wait, so you putting maple syrup on your cheese curds now?
No, man.
He
I like the
puts it on his tacos.
I like the jalapeno. Oh man.
Now we're talking here.
Mm. We bought a
I
cow.
do I do always joke like how come like none of us has like made something for all of us to get back together?
I'm attempting that. It's not going well. But
Yo, I guarantee
also,
it.
right before the pandemic, I think it was, Stumbaugh wanted to have a VMX V204 reunion.
Hmm.
And then like two things happened. One, um, he's like me. He's not really a good planner, but we're good with ideas. And then the pandemic happened, so it was kind of just like, yeah, screw it.
How is
So
Stumble?
I don't know.
Haven't seen that motherfucker in 20 years.
He's doing great, but I mean, you know how he is, where he's like weirdly angry at things all the time. He just has like this constant rage boiling him about
that
things.
that's his personality.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
like it just goes with
but it's also fucking hilarious
it.
sometimes. So like, he got me this job 14 fucking years ago, and then he had his kid, and he was
I'll
just
ruin
like,
his life. I got it.
well, he
Yeah.
had the kid first, and then he got this job because he couldn't afford having a kid doing whatever he was doing at the time. And
So
so that's his oldest boy, Corbin. Corbin's pretty cool. I've met him a few times. So Corbin's got to be like 15, 16 now, I think, maybe 14. And so, he was like missing a lot of his life growing up. So he's just like, all right, peace. I got to bounce. I'm finding something else. He lives in Wilmington. And so he's like, I'm going to get into plumbing. So he's a plumber now. So he got his plumbing license and now he's like running, I forget which fucking place because he's bounced around a few different places, but he's running a plumbing shop. So he complains about all the stuff about running a plumbing shop to me,
he
which is
complains about
like, finding a good people and the
Customers.
management above him
Yeah.
and dealing with customers and like all this stuff where I'm just like, I'm really glad I don't have to do that. I just fucking
Yeah, he
go to
just has
work and
hate.
turn
He has
wrenches.
hate in his heart, and I understand it.
Oh yeah, and he lets it out. All the way. But also like you guys have worked with him before. Have you ever been with him turning wrenches on a job? Something doesn't go right. He just goes, damn it, and he throws a wrench.
yes.
No, I haven't got to work on something like that with him.
Uh, it's been a while since it's happened, but I mean, it was at least a weekly occurrence when me and him were on the same jobs together where I'm just like, "Dude, what the fuck? It's like I can't get this stupid thing to, either go to part or come together because those are your options when you're wrenching things. And I'm just like, did you have to throw the wrench? Now you got to go over there and pick it up. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I understand getting mad at things. You just walk away, smoke a cigarette, come back, figure it out.
Hmm.
But he does the
The
throws a
violence.
wrench.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of violence working on anything I do. Like,
I mean, yeah, I get it too, but
like,
it solves problems, but not that problem.
yeah.
Just creates another. Now you got
I love when I get so mad that I break something else that I know I have to fix, and then I take my moment of like, all right, think about this. Ah, fuck! Now I got to fix both of those goddamn things.
That's when you go, all right, now I have two broken things. I'm going to take three deep breaths and I'm going to fucking kill everyone.
Yeah, like, uh,
yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
oh, it's kind of because it just reminded me of my daughter. Like, don't know where she gets her personality from. But one day, like this is a couple weeks ago, my girlfriend now is talking to my daughter, and my ex girlfriend got brought up. For some reason, I forget what it was. And my daughter, at the time, 10 years old, looks at my girlfriend and goes, well, should we go over there and burn her house down? I'm like, God damn, kid, there's like 20 things that could have gone between that. and burning the house down. And we went right for the burn. All right, well, no DNA test needed. Like, you go for that extreme.
Oh shit! What are you doing now, Steve?
Still being a bitch at the shop, being a machinist.
You're not in charge. You don't run the shop.
No, I got my own customers and stuff like that, but like me and my pops, man, we just got the love hate relationship. I let
Yeah.
him do his thing, I do my thing. Like it turns out working for family. Woo,
Yeah.
that was a fun one. Yeah.
I remember. I remember when we went to your house. Where did we come? We came back from somewhere super late, and your dad was standing there. We were wasting blitzed, and your dad was
No, no,
standing. Walked in. You remember this? And he
no, no.
was like,
Remember, I wasn't with you.
"You know, you were with me because
Oh,
you were
okay.
with me." Yeah, this happened. We did that a couple of times, but we were
Yeah.
together on this. Yeah, your dad was like, "I could smell the booze on you." And you're like, "That's my new code, El Capitan."
Yeah, that's right. Oh, he fucking yeah, yeah. He was so pissed. The other time, remember, Bates came home with me one time, and he's never been to Kansas City or nothing. And we're all at a house party or whatever. I get drunk and I leave with a girl.
Yes, he did.
Bates has never been to Kansas City, and I leave his ass at some place he doesn't know.
With people I don't
Yeah, I'm like, well, looks like you got it, bro. See ya. So I go with the girl. Next I know, it's what 2, 3 in the morning.
yeah,
I get a phone call from Bates going, "Hey, I'm in the kitchen with your mom or no, your dad,
your dad.
and he's really pissed and wants to know where you're at." And I'm like, "Fuck you, Bates! Stop making up shit." And I hear my dad in the background going, "Where the fuck is he?" Well, I'm on my way home now. Like,
Oh yeah,
God, like,
he was coming.
How would your dad be mad about that?
yeah, exactly. Well, I think he was more mad that I just left Batez randomly in Kansas City. Like,
I was
like
fine.
ah,
Well,
yeah,
Yes,
looks like he got it.
he's all
And
right.
then,
Just stick respect. Yeah,
I mean, my
we went in
dad, I'm
there.
not that close with, but my stepdad, like, if he would have been up at 3 in the morning and Batez would have walked in, like, first he would have met him earlier in the day, but he'd have been like, "Hey, where's Steve? Oh, he's doing something else right now." He'd be like, "Cool." I think he would have looked at Bates and be like, "Do you want a snack?"
yeah, like,
Like snack. That's
I
good.
think it was because we were borrowing their car at the time. Like,
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we didn't have your car. No, we didn't. We.
yeah, I think that was the time we flew
I think
because
we.
we,
I think was. Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, because we drove like 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah. We had to. You know, it was close
Yeah,
or Texas.
yeah, that and we were broke as shit.
We made it in like record time coming back to base that one time. It was
Yeah, we took what a 21-hour drive and made it in 17.
like when we're
It was the most unsafe shit I've ever seen. Like it was. Oh, and this is an awesome story. Like I've never been so bad that I remember we said we weren't going to party the night before we had to drive from Kansas City back to North Carolina. And I go, okay, we're not going to get wasted. Not going to happen. We ended up getting the most drunk that night than we did ever. And it was 4 in the morning that we had to drive back to North Carolina. So I'm driving, and we haven't slept for 2 days. And I'm driving. I'm like, hey, Bates, man, we just passed St. Louis. And I go, I just need to close my eyes for a second, take a little nap. Do you mind grabbing the wheel? We're in my Mustang. And he goes, yeah. So he reaches over and grabs the steering wheel on cruise control. And I go, I'm just going to take a nap. I close my eyes. I wake up. And it was an hour and a half later. Bates has been driving like this for an hour and a half on fucking cruise control through everything. Like around traffic, everything just as I'm driving, sleeping.
dude, Bates, you missed your calling as a mailman.
Like, oh my god.
it was easy, man. It's jamming out, smoking so many
Smoking cigarettes and drinking Red Bull the whole way.
drinks. Was it? Yeah, it
Holy
was.
fuck! I don't even think I could do that. Like, I
Mm.
don't I'm like
We did a
we have
couple
to
times.
pull over and you have to give me in that
Yeah,
seat.
all he had to do, like, he could have just gotten the seat now. He drove it from the passenger seat in cruise control. He had no control over brake or gas. Like,
Not to hit nothing. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? It's like,
you know, just go around him.
yeah, and I
Wait,
didn't hit.
doesn't cruise control have the like speed up, speed down fucking buttons on it though?
Yeah, on
Yeah,
the like dash. I mean, on the steering wheel. Like,
Yeah. So if he can touch those, I mean,
I probably did use those. I probably wasn't just whipping and
he was too busy driving one-handed and drinking his Red Bull and smoking his cigarette. Like, you can only
whipping
do one thing at a time.
Hagen. God, man,
this is
what?
one of those things where people needed fucking like good iPhones back in the day. Because if you would have passed someone doing that shit where the
Oh,
driver is passed out and the passenger is fucking driving and smoking cigarettes,
it's the
like
whole way.
it's like I, I passed someone and it's the most insane thing I've ever seen. No one would believe you. Like I got it on video.
Yeah, exactly. Like me and Bates, and like we'd work a full night of night shift and be like, you want to go to Kansas City? Yeah, let's go. We'd just jump in the car and start driving. 17 hours.
It was, it was, it was close, but it wasn't close. What really sucked was coming through the mountains. Remember that one time we were coming back?
West Virginia? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was starting to snow, and I don't know what we were doing, but the music was up loud, and we were messing around with each other, and then we started to like box. We almost hit that fucking guardrail.
No, we got in a fight. Like,
Yeah, so we do that, and then we see the guardrail, and I'm like, oh shit! And she grabs the wheel like this, and then we just rode the rest of the way like this. Man,
for
fucking
like
each
an, yeah, so we're like fucking boxing and shit in the car, and we're fighting and everything like that. Next thing I know, I go in the median, and we're coming right before a bridge where that fucking steel girder, we're staring at it dead on. And I whip back on the highway the last second. And it went an hour of me and Bates just straight laced. Yeah, that didn't happen.
other.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Man, we got a couple times.
Didn't almost die.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
we were
We had
testing.
too many.
Man,
But also, like, I joke about stories like that. Now it's like, gets to like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, man, I'm pretty fucking tired. Not time for bed. And I'm like, dude, we had 3 nights of drinking because we
yeah.
didn't want to lose any time. I'm like,
Who did we go? Did there was a young dude who used to go to? It was in Pennsylvania. He used to go to school, in Pennsylvania. What the fuck was his name? He used to drive. I want to say he was in my school. They got they were smoking weed in the parking lot and they got kicked out.
a
McGuckin,
McGuckin?
McGuckin,
McGuckin.
who's the flight crew guy, the crew chief. Shit, he was from
Oh,
Texas, wasn't he? Hobbs.
Harvest, yeah.
Yeah, we went to.
No, he was a crew chief, right?
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know what the hell was going on with
Oh,
him.
what?
Anyway, we went to. I don't know if it was you. See, I don't think Cease went with us, but we ended up going up to his college for the weekend, and we did the same freaking thing, dude. From Friday after work all the way into fucking Sunday morning, Monday morning before we had to come into work, just partied our asses off, no sleep. Can't do that shit no more.
Nope. I need
I had a,
like minimum four.
isn't that crazy though? Because like anything less than 4.5 to 5 hours for me, I can't. I don't. I'll sleep through alarms and shit like that. Anything less, anything more, I just wake up.
Gosh, you looked so tall for a second there.
It was
Yeah,
good.
you like that? Yeah, I just got to put the camera real low. But yeah, or who's the other one that got kicked? McGuckin got kicked out with Rice.
Oh, I
Oh,
remember
I remember
Rice.
him.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
was Ayers from Airframes.
he was the one. Rice is the one that dimed everybody out for all the shit that was not
Yeah.
happening.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
that
you
was a
know.
that was the that was the big 204  04 piss. 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 04 I remember that. Yeah,
I
he was
remember.
always
I still think it was funny that I was the brig chaser for McGuckin. So they were trying to do a shock treatment on me to make me like a better person, which didn't happen. And I had to fucking drive McGuckin to the brig.
mm,
And they're like, all you're doing is getting him in this van and going right to the brig. I'm like, yeah, okay. So McGuckin's in the back, and I go, well, shit, man, you want to stop at Wendy's? Like, did you want a pack of cigarettes? Like, I don't think you can smoke in the brig, so like, let's take our damn sweet time taking you to the brig.
that was, who was the guy that was on the I don't know. I've
Do you
only
guys
met him
remember
a couple.
Ayers from Airframes?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he went for cocaine, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Do you know how he didn't get caught? He gave himself up.
Oh bitch.
But did you guys ever hear the story of like how he did it?
Mm.
It was, I've heard this secondhand, so I don't know if it's true, but I pretty much believe it. So Corkian was the Airframes gunny at the time, and he used to be at the schoolhouse when I went through. And so Ayers, he's at the unit for a while because he came through with like Welch and a few other guys, and uh, he was local-ish. I forget where he was from, in I think Mount Airy, North Carolina. So like he'd go home every weekend. He comes back one weekend and he just has like that bagged look under his eyes, and we're all just like, man, like go chill out or something. Like
Was
just
he
like
was the
go
blonde
hide.
haired kid, right?
He was a blonde-haired kid, thick
That's who we
Southern
went to
accent.
Carolina Beach with, Bates.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. So like Gunny comes in that day and he's like, Gunny, I have like he goes and like into his office like, Gunny, I have a problem. What's your problem, Ayers? Puts a line of coke on his desk and blasts it off right in front of him.
That's one way. That's right.
you don't gotta waste
Mm.
the government's
So
money.
at
Take it.
that time, Corkian is also the 204 fucking like in charge of drug tests. I don't know what the fucking it's called. Piss test monitor, drug monitor. So
Nope.
he just like instantly takes him upstairs and has him fucking piss in a cup because he had been blasting coke all weekend.
Yeah, we partied with him in Carolina Beach. That was the weekend. Bro, you guys remember when Darius got the fucking rape charge?
Yes,
Like,
No.
yes,
yeah, like,
yeah.
yeah, that was Carolina Beach with him. Yeah, and it all got dropped, so it wasn't like
Forgot
Well, I must have because I mean, Dee never told me anything about it, and I never saw him get in any trouble for anything. He was just always pissed
Jake
about something.
yeah, he was
was.
in jail for 7 days or some
Yeah,
bullshit. Like he had the jumpsuit and everything he stole.
Jesus.
forgot there was like circumstances that he told me the story at one point in time, but
Yeah, it was one of those girls that did everything and then had regret about it.
oh yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
Yep. And then next thing you know, like we're all wasted, and the cops show up, and our friend's getting arrested for rape. Like,
Shit, that was when Miller showed up with all that Everclear. And,
yeah, that's me and you beer bonged Everclear, you dick.
well, I was gonna pour it
Oh,
out. I was like, this is
Yeah.
not intelligent. And Caesar's like, no balls. So I'm like, oh, I can't look weak in front of Cease. And then I gave it to Cease.
And then I'm pretty sure somebody got cock swabbed that night.
Yes. Because we tried to beat up, it was a bunch of local dudes that just showed up.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know
I'm not gonna blast that shit, but
what you.
yeah, I woke up like keep in mind we're all partying in Carolina Beach, all having a blast, everything, and I woke up and I'm in a fucking toga and I have a mattress on top of me. Like I'm not on it. Like the mattress is on top of me. I'm like, so I think I have the most embarrassing story of the night. I'm like, I have no fucking clue what happened. And then
So
somebody else got cock swabbed that night. I'm like, well, I'm not looking too bad right now.
So so yeah, it was like two beds in there, and you were like in between the box spring and the mattress. I remember I walked in. I was like the dude that did it was like leaving, and somebody was. I saw you, and then I saw him, and then somebody said it, and then all of us that were still like able to move under our own fucking strength, all went outside to look for this dude to beat him up. He fucking vanished apparently. So, but yeah, I, I remember seeing you in between that mattress and box spring. I was like, oh,
Oh yeah.
the cup piece. I was like, fuck him. Fuck him. With the cup
Yep.
piece. Yeah, because Dean wasn't like he showed up, like we seen him, and then we didn't see him. And then
Hmm.
when you came, then the cops came and they saw him and they took him away. Fucking crazy. Jesus.
Yeah, and I just remember like, oh, what is it? Public intoxication? What are you arresting him for? Like, no, rape. Oh shit. Like,
Seems like
I don't know
was
why that was funny.
like,
It's probably just more awkward than funny.
yeah, like, oh, yeah, all right. Well, that's not where I thought we were going with
that
this.
escalated very quickly. And
Well,
fucking
and
Carolina.
the one thing I like these stories, like we had them every goddamn weekend. Somebody did something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, I remember like 2 years ago, I did this. Like that was fun.
Oh man. Yeah, dude, that was like a whole big blur for the most part.
Yeah, I just remember like, oh, dude, we were like 204. I gotta admit, was a blast.
Yeah.
Like, because nobody gave a shit. Like we were never deploying. We're never going anywhere. We're gonna have a blast.
Yeah.
So every weekend, somebody got arrested at the barracks. Like the worst day ever was when you got duty at the barracks because
Yeah. Monday,
you're seeing your friends go to jail and shit. Like,
you gotta go. Up.
I didn't have that problems when I had barracks duty.
oh no shit. I
I
remember,
always had it on a weekday.
yeah, or the barracks bunnies or whatever you want to call them, where you'd see the same girl go to 4 different barrack stores, and you're like,
Hey,
oh
wait.
god damn it.
Oh shit.
Where were those when I lived in the barracks?
That's
Damn it.
real.
But also, the experiences I had shaped me in a weird way, and
It was
now
it
here I
made
am.
me.
Yeah, like good or bad, this is who we are now.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Trying to think, man. Like there's all you guys. Yeah, I guess you mentioned the bogs things on your last video. I remember that. Um, when he got busted. Uh, what else?
Oh, somebody
Are
got
you talking about the one
remember
I
it?
did?
Oh,
Go ahead,
VMX.
Cease.
Somebody, yeah, some at VMX. Somebody got arrested for tax evasion, or like remember, like they got divorced and they didn't tell them, and they were part of Phase Crew at VMX. And I remember that was he was a big dude,
Hmm.
but he got like 5 years because he got divorced and didn't tell the Marines, so he was still getting the freaking
So we still getting BAH.
yeah. And I remember like he got busted. I was like, oh, what are they gonna do to him? He just didn't tell him he was divorced, and he got like 5 freaking years. Like, oh shit, you don't fuck with the military and their money. God damn.
You don't take the government's money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. I think my
We had a
well,
lot of people go to jail now that we're like adding it up. Like,
The only people I remember full time in Phase Crew were Singh, Agir, and Hodges.
oh yeah, they were
yeah.
there when I was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They were,
even at 204.
yeah, that was
They were
like
at VMX. They were at 204. They were to Phase Crew what I was to Hazmat.
a fixture just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. Shit, once I went to Hazmat, I didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere. I was
Well,
just
you
there.
went to Tool Room there forever, Bates.
Oh yeah, for like it wasn't that long. I was an expediter at BMX, like
That's
five,
right.
like
Dude,
five.
when you were the expediter, that was the shit.
Yeah,
He's like, you want some sunglasses? I just ordered 20. Oh,
No, my favorite expediter, Mike Isaac.
I think.
was good. Yes,
Isaac would
Oh,
hook us up with any, well, within reason. Like I'd
yeah,
always try to order nitrile gloves. I could never get them. But he just like looked at me like one day and you know how he just like, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to like do pen tricks today. And he'd come in the next day and he's doing pen tricks like a fucking genius. I'm just like, I love you, Mike Isaac. He's like, yeah, so you want some boots? And I'm just like, of course I do.
yeah.
who
Boots
was
and
I don't
who
need boots, but
who at
sure, I'll
204
take
was
them.
the uh huge dude, the black like the Mr. Olympian,
Sir Ratcliffe.
Radcliffe. That
Yeah.
motherfucker is awesome.
He was. D would talk shit to him because we were both expediters, but he would he would talk trash to him all the time, and Sir Ratcliffe would just be like, whatever, Grant, whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because I,
Is
w-
he the one
I went
who,
to Miami
who was
Beach with
also a
him.
model?
I think
Yes. No, 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 no. That was who he was in. Um, God damn it, what's his name? Fraley. Fraley.
No, Fraley was an airframer.
Yeah, he was an airframer and he modeled.
no,
No, there was a fucking jacked flightline sergeant who
it
was
was Ratcliffe.
also like a model.
Yeah, I'm
Fraley was
pretty sure
just a
it was
pretty
him.
boy. I don't know if he was actually a model.
Oh,
I
okay.
think,
Because Fraley was a pretty boy, and I know he modeled for like a lot of the shit.
I want to say
He might have. I'm gonna
I
have to
want to say
ask.
Buzz
I'll
and
ask Stumba about Fraley because he knows him. They're friends.
Yeah. No, yeah, Fraley was awesome, but I know he modeled.
No, all right. I'm gonna
Because it
say
was me,
this.
Fraley, and Wells one time that were all partying. He was saying that he modeled. And at the
Well,
time,
then
like,
you
oh,
would
you
know.
model, you gay. And I'm like, God damn, you're getting paid just to look good? Fuck you.
I I was
Like,
jealous of Fraley. I was jealous of Fraley because like he had the look, he had the PFT scores, and like he got fucking like meritorious boarded just for that and like won them with
just
yo,
ease. And I was just like,
I got the best
fuck
story
you.
ever with that cocksucker. Like, it was
But at
me,
the
him, and
same time, I was just like, man, good for you. Well, actually, it took me like
yeah,
3 years afterwards to be like, man, good for him. But while I was in, I was just like, "Ah, why does he get that shit? And then here's me, dumb, ugly, and slow.
damn
me,
you.
him, and me, him, and Wells go up to Greensboro one
Oh,
time.
Oh, this sounds like a great story.
And we're like a party, and we were going out, and we're jellyfishing it. And we all know what that is, where you freaking
so
have no place to stay, and your whole goal of the night is you got to find a girl that you and all your friends can stay with. You were jellyfishing it. Me and Wells fucking strike out, and keep in mind we got Fraley with us. Strike out the entire night. Like they're calling closing time, like last call. Fraley comes up to us and he goes, "So we got a place to stay tonight?" I'm like, fuck no. Struck out all night. I guess we'll sleep in the truck. Whatever. Fraley goes, oh, hold on. That cocksucker goes out to the dance floor for 3 minutes and comes back up to us. He goes, oh, don't worry, guys. I got a place to stay. You son of a bitch. So we go back to her like dorm apartment thing. And it's weird because it's like a living room where me and Scott were staying the night. And then it's 3 bedrooms. Well, I wake up at 2 in the morning and I got that bubble gut booze feeling. I'm like, oh God, things are happening. And I look at the 3 doors. The bathrooms are in each room. Like there isn't a bathroom for the main area. I'm like, oh God. So I go to the sink and I have a moment of going, Well, I've done worse. I go, no, it's not going to happen. So I think I go out the door and go off to the side and everything and freaking shit and wipe with receipts. Go back in, pass out the next morning. Fraley wakes up, wakes me and Scott up. He goes, okay, you guys ready? Yeah, yeah. We open the door, and I'm talking, it's 2 feet from the door in the main apartment complex thing. Like, and somebody makes a comment. I forget who it was. They're like, "Oh, what jackass did that?" And I went with it. I'm like, "Yeah, those fucking lightweights, fucking shit in the hall. Who would do that? This guy would." Like,
Oh, shit. Oh,
no, I love where, like, 20 years later, you can share all the what really happened.
Vince, why don't you have any good poop stories?
who, me?
Hey, hold on, the door's opening behind you. You might.
It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
I think it's the little one. Oh no, it's the dog.
Oh.
So I got the most undog dog of all. Oh, come here, Charlie.
This dog, King Jong Il.
Anyway, so Arizona, we didn't have too many problems with bunnies breeding in the backyard, but here we do. So last year, when we first lived in the house, or the year before we first lived in the house, all these bunnies were doing their thing, and Charlie could hear them, so he would want to go outside and try to catch them. He's a dog with like superb hearing and smell and all this and that and the other. Did not find the bunnies. He was walking by, just made up, just massacred a bunch of bunnies. Anyway, that's Charlie, our undog. No, that's all he does. You still there? Tease?
What's up?
Are you still in that? That's the same house you came and seen you?
Sorry, hold on. Let me get better service. What's up?
Is that the same house that you were in when we came and saw you? With the
Yeah.
bug? Yeah. Oh, what was it? Would you have to garage then?
Sorry, you're breaking up there a little, buddy.
I said, what did you have to garage then?
In the garage,
Huh?
still got my 70 Chevelle.
That's what we want to see.
Well, it's not there now. It's at the body shop.
Oh, what happened to it?
Nothing. When you get to an age, you'd be really dumb and totally redo the whole thing.
Oh, you have too much money and not enough brain cells.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't have any money and not enough brain cells, so it's even worse. Like,
It is even worse.
yeah, because I put in a Roadster shop C6 Corvette frame. I'm going 615 big block Chevy with a 1071 supercharger, sticking through the hood. Yeah,
You're gonna go
next
with
month.
supercharger on a daily driver?
why not?
Oh, the Chevelle has been a daily driver since high school. I think Bates ruined that when we were home on leave.
So, I mean, I don't have anything cool like that. I just bought a diesel 2500.
Hell yes.
Fuck
Shit.
yeah.
You're making up for your small penis.
It's not lifted, so my penis
Yeah.
is regular
Your,
size.
your
Oh,
peas are
fantastic.
But my brother told me, he's just like, listen, once you go 3/4 ton, uh, everything's just easier and you never want to go back. And I'm just like, okay.
Oh no, so I just got an F-150 like a year ago, whatever, going from cars to the Escalade, the F-150. I'm like, dude, this you can't get any better. Now my friend's got an F-250 and another one's got an F-350. I'm like, God damn it, I gotta go with diesel.
you want to say?
Yeah. Well, I still have this weird love affair with Porsche 911s. Like I
Old
always have.
school, old, new or old?
The newest I like is probably about 2010, maybe 2012.
Yeah.
So like, listen, like I'm a manual gearbox fan though,
Yeah.
so and I have this crazy idea. I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking pay off this truck. I need to fucking get a Porsche 911. Then I'm gonna start an account called Porsches and Pickup Trucks. And like I told my girlfriend this, and like she's super excited that I got this fucking truck because she's just like, great, we're gonna get an RV, we can go whatever. What can this thing haul? I'm like, it's a fucking 2500. We can haul anything with it. She's like, perfect. Like we don't need a fifth wheel. It's me and her. I'm like 20-footer, no problem. But okay, cool. And so she's just like staring at me when I'm telling her this like Porsches and pickup trucks idea, and she's just like, "What are you gonna do with a
Yep.
Porsche 911?" I'm like,
Drive it.
"Drive it?
Yeah.
I don't know." She's like, "Well, you're gonna get it automatic, right?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. Why would I do that?" Like, she's like, "Well, so I can drive it." I'm like, "I will teach you how to drive a manual. How dare
Or
you?"
never let her drive.
I'm like these are the things that we need in life. Like, she's like,
Oh yeah.
"Are you sure that's what you want to spend your money on?" I'm like, "No, I'm not sure, but I would really like to." She's like,
Yeah. So, dude,
but so I
I
had to
love the old school
clarify like
911s.
the rant, and I had to like finish it off by like, listen, I know I'm saying this. It's probably never gonna happen because I will never be able to afford a fucking Porsche 911 from this. Like they just don't fit my budget.
Yeah. See, I'm into the old ones. My dad had a '76 911. Yes, with the magnesium block, and that,
Nice.
like anybody, he sold that. It was after I got out, so like 2010, 2011. He sold that car for 10 grand. That's what they were worth then. That car's worth like 104 now. And I'm so pissed because that was still one of the funnest cars I've ever driven in my life.
Fuck yeah.
Do you remember my dad's Porsche Bates when you were coming home?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
that black one.
What was it? Just, a BMW. Was it a Z convertible? Was that
No,
for your
that was
mom?
my mom's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then my dad had the Porsche 911
Yeah.
that he totally rebuilt and everything. But yeah, they weren't worth anything. And then all of a sudden the market just skyrocketed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you guys friends with Medlin online?
I
Oh yeah, Medlin's awesome. Like he is into
Oh, I
Porsche.
love
Like
that
he,
guy. Oh,
oh,
he like I thought I liked Porsches, and I was just like, oh damn, I didn't know I knew someone who one could afford a new one, and two
but
was
he seems like
massively
a
into
person
them. And I
like
was like,
he touches himself tonight at Porsche emblems and stuff like that. Like he went full in on Porsches. Like,
I don't know if he's that hardcore, like, because he's still at least. I mean, I haven't seen him since I was in, and which was 2008. So but he seemed like a normal guy then, who's just like, I'm into this type of music. I'm into guitars. I like cool shit. And he was just like, hey, what's up, man? Like he was that guy.
yeah.
dude, I
I
always
just
loved Medlin because you could go over there and he would be like, "Hey, I bought a new DVD," and it'd be like something you never heard of, and it'd be like one of the
That's why I
best
loved
movies
Mike
ever.
Isaac.
yeah.
Yeah, but one of them was Boondock Saints. He's like, "You really need to watch this,"
Yeah.
because like we didn't have anything. Like somebody just happened to have a DVD and hand you it, and I was like, "Dude, Boondock Saints is like one of the top freaking movies ever." And he just
Like,
randomly one time like, "Just watch it."
Let me ask you a question. So since there's no more DVD players, VHSs, stuff like that, everything's now streaming. Do you think the barracks is still the same with watch parties where it's just like, hey man, come
Fuck
over, we're
no.
gonna Netflix and like
oh,
watch this movie, or it's just like you think you're like texting your bro fucking 3 rooms down, being like, "Hey man, you should check out this series." It's like
No, like
cool and
I
stuff.
don't think anything's the same. Or like drinking. Do you think drinking's the same now as it was then? Fuck no.
What I what I do
Yeah.
know is that, and this is a nationwide statistic, I don't know if it's a Marine Corps or even a military wide one, is that DUIs have gone down considerably since Uber and Lyft came onto people's phones.
Yeah, pussies.
Well, yeah, that makes sense to an extent.
Yeah, like
You got to risk it for the biscuit, but these guys
yeah.
are just an Uber.
No, I mean it makes sense. Like if we could have called somebody for a
Yeah,
ride, that would have been a lot. Other than me puking in a taxi on the way home from the Cave Strip Club.
that's where. Remember when
Listen,
I
I
said
got in this argument.
smoking was bad? Cease
Remember what?
when the
I
stripper
got in
told
an
you
argument.
smoking was bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got fucking life and death still tattooed on me, dickhead.
Because now I
Do
got
you
both.
remember the lady there named Butterfly that danced?
I don't remember.
No.
She had butterfly tattoos all down her back, and that was her stage name was Butterfly. And she was just the ditziest thing in the world when you talk to her. I met her out on town one day before I met her as a stripper, and she was the ditziest thing in the world. And I'm just like, I cannot talk to you, and I consider myself not smart.
I remember Bates getting bit by one with vampire teeth.
I driftwood.
I remember him
Yeah,
telling me about
driftwood.
that.
Like
She was like
make
tight or whatever, and she had they weren't fake, they were filed, and I was like, oh, that's cool. She bit me, and I was like, ah, and she's just like, I
like,
did, ah.
Hey, did you ever
oh,
get your rabies shot after that?
No, that one
he went
shot they
with it.
give you, that one shot they give you clears up everything.
God, they were so bad. Or Toby's across the street.
Uh,
Toby, wasn't there a gunny from Flightline that like lived above there?
Yep.
He was a great guy too.
Yeah. Um,
Toby's up
he
at
was
like some more.
because between Toby's and what was that motel right down the street? Motor Inn or something? Or
Yeah, right next to the cave.
yeah, yeah. Those two
Well, there was
places, like
there's the Triangle Motor Inn. So there's the Triangle Motor Inn,
Triangle Motor
Yeah,
Inn,
the cave, and there was what bar was there? And then there was across the street was Navy Federal.
and then
and
Zeke's
the
tattoo.
kettle, and the kettle.
Zeke's, yeah, Zeke's tattoo was right next door.
Yep, that's where Cease
I
got
think
his
that's
tattoo.
also where Marine Federal Credit Union was, where nobody banked.
Yeah. So like Bates was just sharing the story. So we walk. Was it you? You were with me, right, Bates?
Because he was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah. I'm sitting there, and I'm talking like passed out, wasted, and this fucking low moraled woman comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, you're choosing between life and death, and you're choosing death right now because I'm smoking a cigarette." And I'm like, I don't know why, but it hit me hard. So I go, fuck you. So I left Bates, everything at the strip club, went to Zeke's tattoo, and I go, tattoo life and death on me. She goes, what? I was like, tattoo it down my forearm. She goes, I don't think I should do that. I was like, all right, well, put it under my arms.
Is it one
So
of
next
those
thing,
ones where one way it looks like life and then the other way it looks like death?
no, no, no. I
no,
didn't even do the cool thing. I did down both arms.
yeah, he's gone for like an hour and a half, and
And
then he comes back.
I
His arms are
yeah, like I'm talking. It just says
fucking.
life and death, and I'm
And he,
so drunk. I'm bleeding so bad. She bandages it up, and I'm just bleeding through it. And I walk in. I walk up to the stripper, and I go, "You said I had a choice between life and death. Well, I decided to get both." She fucking does like a grunt and walks off as I'm standing there profusely bleeding out of my arms. Like, well, that's only permanent. Like, that's there forever. Like,
I tried to stop her. I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, like, he got it.
Ah,
He's grown up. Oh man,
See,
there
this
was
is
this.
one of the more Marine Corps stories I've ever heard. And this is why I think it's great
Oh
that
man,
Donald Trump picked J.D. Vance, a former Marine,
Oh yeah.
as fucking vice president. So, like, a week later, so I'm friends with this dude who was a combat photographer. And J.D. Vance was public affairs, I think is what he was. So, which is like the people that were on like the Marine Corps news channel and like wrote news stories or whatever, and like that shit. But like a week and like so those two things like eventually joined, and like this guy talks shit about public affairs guys like so fucking hard. He also writes these amazing sci-fi marine based books which I fucking love, and he lets me do voices for the audiobooks for. Uh, that's a side story. Who cares about that? But you should.
And
Uh
somebody wants to listen to your voice. That's more what I'm surprised about.
well, it's because he's doing it like character style, so he just like needs fucking
But no, I'm
body.
giving you shit.
You can give me all the shit you want. I'll take it, sir. So
what books are
anyways,
these? Oh, what book?
Yeah.
I get to play the commandant of the Marine Corps who usurps the government and then gets killed by a fucking sergeant.
Sergeant
Hmm,
Hawks.
kind of
That's a,
believable. Like,
This is after the government moves to Mars because reptilians and Russians blow up the world with nukes.
oh goddamn, do I need some of that devil's lettuce?
Listen, I'm not smoking any of the devil's lettuce, even though I live in a state that fucking is legal. And I believe it's called the jazz cabbage now by the cool kids.
the
Oh,
jet.
that's right.
Yeah.
Electric
Uh,
jazz cabbage lettuce.
what was that? We were doing something. Fuck, dude.
So, anyways, like a week after like the announcement, like this dude finds this picture of like JD Vance passed out in the barracks and his shoes are on. My only comment was his shoes are fucking on. I want to see the dicks drawn on his face.
Guaranteed.
That was always the rule. I will
So,
say
oh, that's a good story. Like, do you guys remember Baron and the Shinneberry incident?
I
no.
remember Baron.
I remember
Yeah,
Barrett.
yeah. Shinneberry at the time, like, I went with 263 to him later. Cool guy later, but this random boot passes out in Baron's room one time, and Baron had the big screen TV at the time with the projector, big bitch. We leave this random guy that was like walking by, and we're like, "Come on in, we're drinking." He fucking passes out on Baron's couch. Well, we're all like, "We're going to Wilmington. Fuck him." Well, he passes out with his shoes on. So what does anybody do? You draw a bunch of dicks on his face. I mean, just
Smooth.
everything, blacked out his eyes and everything. We go down to Wilmington that night, fucking party all night, fucking drive back. We show up and Baron's room is fucking trashed. His big screen TV's kicked in, the couches are flipped, everything's fucked. Well, we didn't know the kid at the time, but he woke up and he had a bunch of dicks on him and fucking flipped shit and trashed his room. And then later we find out it was Shinneberry. I was like, God damn, of course, like just wake up and like, I'll never see any of these fuckers again. Yes, you will. Like,
Never pass up.
263, they were the first ones to come over, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
Think so.
chickens? First one to come over?
Yeah. The yeah.
first
They,
ones come over what?
the 204.
From fucking from 46s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and because that's a funny story with me. I was not a part of that. Like, keep in mind, they did that huge thing when we were all at 204, like 263 standing up, first deployable squadron. They all got these awesome coins, like plank owners and shit like that, and all that. Yeah, all of us rejects didn't get any of that shit. We're like, all right, cool. They made a big deal out of all those cocksuckers. And I remember I came home and I was still in phase crew. And I came and they already been stuffed for probably 6 months a year. I came home on leave and I fucking was drinking with all my friends all weekend, getting real fucked up. And I remember I got a call from Shadrick, and he's like, "Dude, I can't believe you're coming over next week." I'm like, "No, no, I'm not. I haven't heard shit." He's like, "Oh, it must be the other Seese because there was that Sergeant Seese."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh no, yeah, it must have been him because I have. I mean, they would have told me." Like, and I had all these plans in my life, had a girl moving up to North Carolina with me and all this shit. And I drive back and I check in and we can't think of his name, but that bald staff sergeant, I walk in and he goes, "What are you fucking doing here?" "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're supposed to be checking in 263. You're deploying in like 3 months." "I'm sorry, what? Come again?" I had plans, motherfucker. I was just home. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I checked in. Yeah, like I had to check into 263 in like 3 days. Where I had to check out at
Hanslick.
204. What?
What's your staff sergeant's names? Hanslick.
Hanslick.
Hensley.
Yeah, he
That.
was fucking awesome,
Yes.
dude. I loved him to death.
I can remember it. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, Staff Sergeant Hanslick, dude.
It came
He
out of
did not.
fucking nowhere.
Yeah, and he did not give a fuck about nothing. Like I remember one time something happened and I got a pounding on my door in the barracks and I had a barracks fucking bunny in there and I opened the door wasted. Now I'm like 19. Open the door and he goes, "Hey, we need somebody to drive it." Oh, you guys were all going to Vegas at the time. And he goes, "We need a freaking duty driver to drive us all to the airport. We need you to get your." And he looked at me, wasted, and looked at the girl in my bed that was a 1 out of 10, and goes, "All right, we're gonna get somebody else," and just shut the door on me. Like, like he's like, "You're in no shape, form to drive."
Now I remember when
I think
did he
that's
glitch out, Bates?
what's up.
Yeah, he glitched out.
Yeah. So I think it was his internet. Mm,
What you gonna do about it? Mine's glitched a few times and I've had to reboot in.
I'm not worried about it, man. Computers is computers. Everything is going to this now. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I can look at my. I got so many screens in here. I can look at my SCADA for my system down, like in the next town at the very bottom of what is this, Lake Winnebago? It's right next to me. So yeah, at the very bottom of the lake, I got a site there. But yeah, I can pull up the SCADA, control the whole system from this laptop here. It's fucking
I can do that with a few of my sites too.
with what?
Go to my PC and SCADA. That's how I can get in and look at some of my sites.
Yeah, yeah. So they
Yeah.
they design them to be almost fully automated, so you don't got to be very hands on unless you're doing maintenance or swapping out chemicals or something like that. So, but this one,
Changing filters, shit like that. I understand.
yeah, same thing.
Yep.
But this one that I got is a little different. So we don't run cow shit at this site. Um, we get the liquid whey from the dairies, and they run it through this similar RO system to make the protein for your protein shakes.
I do actually know that's how they do that.
Yeah. So they're the liquid waste that they have. So they keep all the solids. The liquid waste that they have, they send to us, and then we get rid of their solids, the leftovers, and then give them clean water. So they're not having so many trucks haul out all this hazardous waste everywhere. Hazardous.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but that's what we
So are
do
you
there.
just making the raw whey, or are you making like the whey isolate, pulling that out, or do they do that like farther down the line?
So they do that. I'm at the back end of it. So whatever they usually would haul out, that's what I run through my system to pull the water out. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So But yeah, so it's I don't know of very many other places that are doing that or trying to do that. I know we have a problem with the solids being too big for the most part. So it's clogging up our membranes and we're having to clean more and stuff like that. But we're doing it. It works. I think we've got to like 80,000 gallons a day processed at one point in time. So
That's a lot.
yeah, but it's like so they just take that clean water and just put it in the sewer, and then we have a concentrate afterwards. The viscosity is a little more than what they're wasting out. So then they haul off the thicker stuff, and then we just put the water down the drain. So it saves them money, I guess, uh, in some way, shape, or form. But we're dewatering their waste essentially.
Hell yeah.
So
Well, yeah, because waste is by ton. Hey, you're
I'm back,
back.
bitch.
Whoa. And he
oh
speaks the true language. He called me bitch.
oh, I got
Yeah, my freaking phone died, and I was like, ah, shit.
you
I
got to
was
charge it.
wondering, I'm like, he glitched out. I guess he just needs to refresh. And then it took a minute. I was just like, oh, I don't
You were
know.
not like we were worried. We were like, oh no, he
Bates
broke
was
in.
telling me all about how he filters milk and turns it into like protein powder for meatheads like me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, jacked.
Well, the company's
I'm
growing.
not that jacked. I don't know why everyone thinks I am.
So
Well,
I just
some of
like to
us went an opposite route when we got out.
listen. Just because I like to, I actually run more now than when I was in the Marine Corps, which is the weird thing.
No,
the
shit
big
sucks.
But just because I like to, like lift weights and then go eat a pizza doesn't mean I'm in that good a shape. It just means that I like to lift weights and eat pizza because it makes me feel better about lifting weights.
I gotta ask about the hair, though. I mean, that was you. I mean, you walked in and go, you know what I'm looking for? This.
This hair? You talking about my
Yeah,
mohawk
yeah.
mullet?
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. No, this is a. So my girlfriend actually cut this for me because she started cutting my hair one day when I was home. She was just
Hmm.
like, I can cut your hair for you because, still had the same haircut, fucking high fade. And I was just like, all right, sure, go for it. And then one day she looks at me and she goes, I'm going to try something new. I think you're going to like it. And I go, okay, I trust you. And like, it was still like short in the back, but she's like, it's a mohawk. Just let it grow. And I'm just like, oh, I love you because, I'm into punk rock and heavy metal. So of course I wanted
Yeah.
a fucking mohawk. I just didn't know that I could ask for one myself and then do it and grow it. So I'm just like, every week I just let it grow longer and let it grow longer. And it's like,
I mean, that is definitely there. Like, we can all see it.
oh, hell
Yes.
yeah. So like last week I was helping my mom like move like furniture around and stuff at her house. And she just like turns and looks at me as I'm like ordering DoorDash tacos for us. And she just goes, do you have a mullet? And I'm like, no, mom, it's a mohawk, but it's also a mullet. And she was
Hmm.
just like,
It's two things. Not,
she just like laughs at me. She's just like, I don't even know what to think. I'm just like, Joy gave it to me, and she loves my girlfriend. Her name is Joy. And like, Joy gave it to me. She's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Because my girlfriend also has dyed hair, and like you, and she used to be sponsored as a what do you call it? A fitness model. So like she was on stage like doing the competitions and like the fucking sparkly bikini that just like covers nothing and like jacked and all that. Like she's in shape, even though she hasn't like done that stuff for years.
it's still in shape. It's still
And
there.
like has like her hair was like fun colors and like her hair is still fun colors. And she owns a flower shop. She's cool as fucking shit. Like me and her just we're like peanut butter and jelly. Like we just like perfect together, but except it's more like peanut butter and honey because you wouldn't expect it, but it's even better.
Yeah. Jesus. to stop talking like that because now I want a sandwich.
Yeah.
Um,
But the only weird thing about that story is that my girlfriend doesn't listen to punk rock and heavy metal. She listens to country music, but she gave me a mohawk. So it's just like we
Nothing
get
wrong with it.
no,
there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like
Have
I
you
can jam
started
some.
liking country music a little bit more?
I've never full on hated it.
Yeah,
Country's always been one of those things like every other genre of music to me because like I'm into punk rock and heavy metal. That's my jam. But every other genre of music I don't hate. It's just more like there's songs here and there which I can vibe to. So
true.
like
yeah,
there's this one song that she like does this dance to that like she's like learning the line dance to put some miles on it, or I think that's like the chorus to it is I don't know, they say put some miles on it, but she like does the line dance to it and she's like trying to teach it to me, and I'm the whitest dancer in the world and I'm just as good at fucking white people dancing, which is line dancing. So I learn it very slowly. And I'm like, you have to do it slower for me. You have to teach me slower because I fucking suck at this. Even though I can do physical things and you can teach me physical things to do, like martial arts and wrestling and sports and stuff.
Yeah, but
I can,
I loathe country music when it comes to the dancing. Because how do you have a fucking different dance for every song?
it's not. They're all the same dances.
No, they fucking mix it up.
it's the
Yeah,
It's the
same
same
moves
moves,
in
they
different
mix it up.
order.
Like, yeah, which is
You see,
bullshit.
my problem with country music dancing is this, is that dancing is supposed to be about butts grinding against my crotch. And it's not.
Correct.
that's what they
Well,
get.
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard any punk rock or rock songs where it's grinding.
You can to some, but the
Yeah, I was
punk
like,
rock and
no, I'm not going to hear Slipknot fucking with a
that's
girl
about punching
grinding
your
on.
friend in the face and making a wall of death.
Yeah, like I'm not going to hear a grinding song.
Okay, my favorite opening line to a Slipknot song is I want to slit your throat and fuck the womb.
Yes.
That's the opening lyric to a
Yeah.
Slipknot song.
Uh huh. Oh, dude, I love Slipknot, but
Fucking
it's not
great.
like I'm going to this club to get my dick danced on.
Oh, fuck
Slipknot?
yeah.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
It's a problem.
Little John and Slipknot are going to come together and make a fucking club anthem of the summer of 2025. Like, it's not
Yeah.
happening.
Don't
But if it
hey,
did,
put it out there. It's gonna happen. Thanks, Oscar.
It's only funny because, like, I hated country the whole time. I grew up all the way up into the Marine Corps, and then somebody talked me into getting one of those summer tickets for the country thing up in North Carolina, up in Raleigh.
Oh, well, that's where you do it too.
Yeah, that what was it? The Summerfest or some bullshit.
Yeah, so it's
It
just
was
a yeah, big music festival. Who'd you see there?
yeah, but it was like 125 bucks, and you get like 9 tickets. And I remember, okay, and I forget the first country person I went and saw. Dude, I've never seen so many freaking smoking hot country girls in my life. Everybody tailgating, getting drunk. I'm like, all right, I can get into country. Like instant, like it wasn't even a question. Like, all right, yeah, this is my
You
thing.
went on a
This is
travel hat.
everything I like.
so I've only been to one country music concert. It was in the Marines. It was in North Carolina. And I was actually in airframes at the time for my one like 6 month stint working in airframes. The rest of the time I worked fucking hazmat. And Edwards, who I went through the schoolhouse with, he was from the Raleigh area, and he was just like, "Hey, like Toby Keith's coming around," and like he was asking people if they want to go. And he turned and looked at me, and we went through the schoolhouse together. Knows I'm into heavy metal. He looked at me, and as a joke, he said, "Hey man, do you want to go see Toby Keith?" Ha ha ha. And he starts laughing. I looked him right dead in the eye and I said, I fucking hate Jacksonville. I will do anything to get out of this town. I would love to go see Toby Keith. So I went to a
Yep.
Toby Keith concert, and I got fucking blasted out of my mind at this concert. And uh, if I could remember most of it, I would say that the parts that I will remember were fantastic. Because there was some guy who I don't remember was an opener for Toby Keith, but he started playing Willie Nelson, and I know a few Willie Nelson songs, and I'm like, this is amazing. They're playing Willie Nelson, and it was the uh, something about smoking weed with Willie. It wasn't that one with Toby Keith. Maybe it was some other fucking country song about smoking weed, and I'm like, hell yeah, this is great. And then
Never been to a
no, it
Nipple.
was Hank Williams. It was the Hank Williams song, "Why Do You Drink?" Family Tradition.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Hank Williams
That's what the
Jr.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that song that he covered. And then, so then by the time Toby Keith came out, I'm fucking hammered because I'm double fisting, and the entire ride up. You guys remember my old Caliber? I had that Dodge Caliber.
No.
Bates remembers. So the glove box, and then above the glove box, there was a compartment that could hold 8 cans of soda with a cooler in it. And like it would blow the air conditioner on top of these cans to keep them cold. So before the concert, I'm like filling this thing with beers, as many as it can hold, which is 8. And Welch was our DD. So, but by the time we get to Raleigh, I've drank all 8 of these beers. So I'm already in the bag. I'm drinking the entire time at this concert, double fisting whatever the largest fucking beers they hand you are. And then Toby Keith comes out. It's sponsored by Ford trucks. So they bring these Ford trucks out on stage, roll out these fucking things, blasting pyrotechnics. I'm like, this is fucking amazing because Toby Keith loves America because 9/11 had
Yeah.
just happened. And I think it was all fresh in our mind. And I was just like, this is great. Toby Keith loves America. I love Toby Keith. I love America. I'm watching Toby Keith right now. I can barely remember Toby Keith being on stage, other than those pyrotechnics and Ford F-150s rolling out onto the fucking stage.
Just scream
I
patriots.
could not tell you a fucking note he played.
Yeah, that's a country concert. That's what I love. Like, this is everything I
As I
like.
can
All we
remember
do
is I fucking loved it.
is we tailgate, and then we don't remember shit.
Yeah, but I've been to a bunch of heavy metal concerts like that too.
No, I can't do
No,
like even
yeah.
as drunk as I am. When I go into like a fucking hardcore, I went to
You went to Morgan Wallen
I
last night.
oh dude whew, that was sick.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
I
like
saw the ones you posted.
yeah, I'm not even lie. Like when my buddy said, "Hey, I got 2 tickets for you. We're in a suite." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. No, I really liked it because he was giving us tickets. I had no clue what I was walking into. You know where you are out in your class of people? Like you people are better than me. I'm sorry."
You can
Because
tell.
yeah, like I'm like you walk in and this bitch is fully catered, all you can drink beer. You're behind glass. You have to add like 9 security codes to get in. Like I had no words. So that was
Like
awesome.
for me,
Yeah, exactly. Like what do I do with my hands? Like, do I smile? I'm sorry.
They're gonna kick me
you know
out
what you do
soon.
with your hands?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna
Edward
catch on.
40
Like
hands.
the whole time you're like they're gonna catch on. I'm so getting kicked out of this
Supposed to be here.
bitch.
So you had imposter syndrome the entire time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I'm just like I'm not supposed to be here. My type of people.
You guys aren't scum. What's going on here?
Yeah. Like do you guys have any Miller like tape?
First concert I ever went to was in Kansas City, Missouri. Cottonmouth Kings.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I forgot how that happened. I know we flew up. I think it was
No,
to pick up your Mustang that time, right?
yeah, it was. It was during the Christmas break.
Yeah, yeah, man, it was cold as shit. But yeah, it was the first concert I ever went to was that one. Not
Yeah,
been
that
to.
was the time. So my buddy picked us up. He had tickets for us for Cottonmouth Kings. At the time, Tech Nine was, kind of unknown. And oh, oh, yeah, picked us up, threw us in the back. We didn't even have seats. We were in the
Oh
back of
yeah,
his Explorer.
yeah,
Yeah, like in the very back.
dude.
All of a sudden,
I,
are you guys cool with us smoking? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we're cool. Don't worry about it. What they six blunts? Like
yeah, dude.
six blunts that they smoked on the way to the
Yeah.
Cottonmouth Kings. And they're like, oh, it was so bad.
Wait, didn't we try to get a homeless dude to fight some other homeless dude for a beer?
Yeah, because bum fights was so big then.
Yeah,
We're like,
bum
we're gonna
fights.
make money.
We had a lot of beer. Walking
Yeah,
around.
nothing's as awesome like helpless people fighting each other.
Yeah, yeah. That was yeah. I didn't know what to expect. Honestly.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. Let's fucking go with the flow. Went with the flow. Tech Nine got off stage. Cottonmouth Kings came up. The whole place went
yeah,
smoke. Just the whole fucking place. I was like, oh, here we go.
yep. This is happening.
Looked like a fog machine up in there.
Oh yeah,
Where it was like a whole cloud just came down out of the sky and just you could it was fucking it was you couldn't see shit, dude.
and I
It was
love how like all the mentality of a piss test goes out the window.
yeah, that happened. It's like
At a
whatever.
certain point, you just got to lean into it and go,
Yeah,
"This
all
is
right.
where I am. This is what I'm doing."
Yeah.
Dude, that was like what the first second year we were in.
Second, yeah, second year we're in,
Yeah, Jesus.
and it was all downhill from there. Shit.
I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. It was all uphill from there. Like that's when all the fun started after that.
who else
I
did I
feel
see?
That's
like
when all the
we fucked so much.
awkwardness gets out of the way, and you're just
Yeah,
like, I'm not a boot anymore. And like, you stop giving a fuck, and you're just like, hey, you're cool, you're cool, you're cool, you're cool, you're fucking cool. And you just like go around not giving a shit. And then like new kids come around, and you're like, all right, come here, new guy. How do you feel about frontal male nudity? And they're like, what? And then you're just
Yeah,
like, anyways, so here's
I
a
had a whole
cigarette. Start
conversation.
smoking if you don't already.
I had a whole conversation about this. I was like, I feel like the Marine Corps sucks so much, like your first year or two, that you carry it over for when it doesn't suck. Like
I would
even
say
though like you had so much hate and fucking things that like I still carry hate. That I'm like, no, my last year that was pretty sweet, where I didn't have to do a goddamn thing, touch anything. But I had so much hate the 4 years before that I kind of carried that over.
yeah, you just yeah.
I would say it would be the reverse for me, where like I had such a good brainwashing from boot camp and like all that stuff, and where like I fell into it and I was just like motivation up here, then the motivation falls precipitously, and then I realized like, oh, you can do whatever you want, and it just
Yeah,
fucking catastrophically rose, and it was just like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Where like
yeah.
it was kind of like
I
it
never had a
sucks,
moment
but
where
it's
I'm like,
amazing.
this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be, where I can't have a hot plate in my barracks
yeah,
room.
yeah.
So
I
both
got
my
younger.
brothers retired from the army, and my oldest brother, who ended up going Mustang officer, was just like, listen, my favorite rank was E4. And I was just like,
Mhm.
okay. It took me like probably 6 months into E4 to realize why he said that. And I was just like, um, I get it.
I think I, I don't think I made it
It's
to E4.
just enough to like get
You
out
did
of
not,
working
Bates.
parties and dumb shit, but it's not enough to where it's just like, hey, Sergeant, here's my problem. And where it's just like, but I mean, I was technically Bates's sergeant, desk
Yeah,
sergeant
exactly.
for a while.
Oh
Well,
But
shit!
it was
and the only
it
reason
was Bates and
that's a
Nixon who
funny
I was
thing.
in charge of. I didn't have
The only
problems. It was
reason I
just
got
like,
what was the MCIs or
Oh, those motherfuckers.
so I refused to do them because I had a whole min and I'm still going to claim to this day I was a corporal all the way with 263 and I never had one qualification. I never did APU. I never did fucking anything.
you're
And
right. I was.
the only reason I got corporal was because fucking who was Singh's fucking best friend Aguilar and Phase Crew did all my MCIs or whatever the fuck they were and sent them in under my name. That dick. So next thing, yes, next thing I know, they're like, "See, you're getting corporal next month." I'm like, "How?" Well, you hit the fucking numbers. I'm like, "Ah, shit! Who did my MCIs? You motherfucker!"
Aguilar did them?
Yeah, yeah. Send
That
it.
is the
Well,
shit. I love him.
oh yeah, but at the time he had all the test scores. Yeah, like he decided to send it in. But yes, he got
No,
me
I'm thinking of
promoted
a.
to fucking corporal. Dick.
I was thinking McGuire. Aguirre?
A year was in phase.
Yeah, no, who's Aguilar?
Aguilar was the staff sergeant in flight line. Well, he was a
Oh,
sergeant, and then he was a staff sergeant. He had his moments. Yeah, he could have been a dick a lot.
remember the name. I think I'm starting to remember the face.
Hey,
I was
you can't make Mexican jokes right now. Bates is with us.
Not everyone looks like Bates. Some of them look like other
No,
people.
I mean,
That's like saying
yeah,
everyone from Alabama looks like Graham,
nobody can.
I mean, but they all
which is entirely not true because I've had a site in Mobile.
do.
I would walk around there. I'm going, hey, do you know Tommy Graham? And they're like, who? And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Shit. Who
Yeah.
who all was there in hazmat when I came there?
Who are you talking to?
Augie.
You guys figure that out. I got to take a piss.
I
Shit,
think it
I
was
pissed 4 times. Yeah,
Graham. I was
every time, every time I'm like, I'm done. I need to.
yeah.
No, you fucking, you were in tool crib forever. And then they fucked you over, and then they sent you a hazmat at
Yeah.
204, right?
Yeah, so as soon as like so we did the VMX thing and then we stood up to expedited VMX. Came to 204 as a I think I wasn't in tool room for very long.
Yeah.
Garcia was in tool room for the longest time.
Yep.
Yeah. And then yeah, then they expedited and then I didn't even no, because I got in trouble the first time when I was in.
Well, yeah, because you got sent to hazmat for something, but it was bullshit. Was it your divorce?
No, it was this was before that. So like I
Okay.
went to flightline. I was only in flightline for like I don't know, maybe 6 months tops. From BMX to 204, and then it was because I know from flightline it was straight to hazmat because they didn't because I was like, yeah, I get to go back to flightline. Nope. Something
Hmm.
happened.
Yeah, like it was something bullshit. I remember.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
was the last one was complete bullshit. I was
No, when you got kicked out, that was bullshit. Like,
so that wasn't the time I got NJP isn't when I got kicked out. They held
uh-uh.
yeah, they held the paperwork. So on terminal that's been that long. I'm going to check out of places. And I go upstairs to legal and they're like, yeah, let me make sure that we sent all the paperwork that we had to send up for you, whatever, so on and so forth. Um, I said, all right, whatever. So legal sent it up. It came back like that fucking day, and then I got kicked out the next day.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
I
we were
was,
supposed to get out on the same day.
what was it like? Yeah, so like
Yeah, June
June
20th.
6th, June 6th for me. But I
Yeah,
got kicked
yeah,
out like,
because you were 2 weeks ahead of me.
yeah, so I got kicked out like 5 days before that.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that shit. But yeah, I got in trouble. I got busted down and got in trouble. So it was a PFC. I was on restriction to EPD for 30 days. That was for underage drinking. All right, my bad. I'll take the hit. And then everybody's all talking good. They're like, "Don't worry, Bates. You can come back from this. You're still good with Reed. You can do this." I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I do everything I'm supposed to be doing, right? And then, yeah, because I got off for a weekend. I got off restriction EPD on a Friday. Last check-in was like on 11th, and then I left for the weekend. Went to the beach. Came back Monday. They said, "Make sure you got a pair of camis. You got to go upstairs for office hours." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Oh, bring me my phone. So, yeah. So what had happened was I was on restriction with who was it, man? They were doing something. I forgot who it was I was on restriction with, but it was a whole group of them. And like I was the odd man out of this little group, but I was on restriction EPD, or I'm upstairs, cleaning whatever. And there was a captain that was late flight schedule, whatever. Have an air duster, and I'm dusting desks off. Walks by, why are you huffing that air duster? I'm like, I'm not. He's like, oh, didn't hear anything about it. And that was like the second day I was on that 45. Like the second day, didn't hear nothing about it the whole time. Was off that weekend, came back that next Monday, busted me down, took half a month's pay for 2 months. Boom, PFC to private, just like that. Another 45. That's when they were like, "Oh, you can come back."
Yeah.
I
Fuck
was
you.
like, "This is what's on now."
Hmm.
And then,
I
uh,
watch shit now on like the TV or the fucking movies and shit. I'm like, that's not how it was.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, I was
like you do anything, you're getting fucking busted down. You're getting 45, 45.
yeah, man, I was off for like 2 days. I went and went out in town, bam, back. And then, yeah, then when I went to check out, they kicked me out like I wanted. Maybe it was 10 days. You know what? I got my DD 214 somewhere. I think it was like 10 days before my original EAS. Fucking out. Like, oh,
I'll never forget. I got a DUI with Evans, and
okay.
I remember 204 flight line were gonna hang me out. Like all the fucking staff sergeants and gunnies, they wanted to make an example. And I already knew I was walking in fucked. So Evans is there with me, and I'm with five other people with underage drinking, and I'm the only one with a DUI because I was driving on base when they got me. And I remember he's going down the line, and I know I'm fucked. Like, whoa, this sucks. And I forget the fucking colonel's name. And he goes down the line, like, do you have anything to say for yourself? Da, da, da. And I remember, like, having a moment going, no, I shouldn't say nothing. Now, I gotta say something. Fuck it. And he goes, well, you're putting people's lives in danger. And at the time, I was 20, and I blew a .07. which was under the legal limit. And I thought at the time I won, but it turns out when you're underage, you're fucked.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like there, it's 0-0 when you're underage. And he goes, "You're putting people's lives in danger," and I interrupted the CEO, and I go, "If I ever thought I was putting anybody's life in danger, I wouldn't have done it. I blew a .07. This isn't a fact of me being fucking drunk. This is a fact of me being underage." And then it got quiet, and you have the whole board of staff sergeants and gunnies to the left of you that are hanging you out to dry. 45, 45, 45, everything gets to me. He goes, 30, 30, no loss of pay.
Damn.
I'll fucking take it. Like, are you kidding me? Shit. So I never lost rank for a DUI.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh yeah. But I had a moment like, don't say nothing. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna say something. Shit.
Man, you weren't wrong. You were in the
Oh
right.
fuck no. Well, the thing was, like, you have to admit, especially at 204, our head shed, fucking every one of ours hung us out to dry to know it. Like they all fucked us
You
over because
remember
when I got my fucking whatever, like,
Sergeant Major Balco, or whatever the fuck his name was?
oh yeah, that he was a dick.
No one liked him.
No.
No, I remember he set up a fucking sting. Like, I was not in the barracks at the time, but I heard the fucking sting operation he fucking pulled during a field day where it was, he just set a fucking cooler out somewhere with a beer doing a field
Yeah.
day
Yeah,
and then
because
put a
he was a
camera on it and fucking like busted kids for underage drinking on field day because they were grabbing beers out of this fucking cooler that he set there. It's
yep.
like, dude, what the fuck?
Fucking like hero.
Like, I heard that story, and that was around the time where I was like having like the loss of motivation and stuff, and like not fucking just feeling the Marine Corps because I'm like, I came in here because it was fucking 9/11 happened, and here I
Mm-hmm.
am in a non-deployable unit
Yep.
doing non-deployable things. I didn't
Well,
join
I
to
mean,
fucking even
I
work
do
on
feel like
aircraft.
big difference between airframes and flightline because we walked in going, well, my motivation's gone.
That
Like, there is no
But after him, but after
motivation.
him, we got the best sergeant major. We got Sergeant Major Andrushak, and he fucking.
He didn't give a shit about nothing.
Here's why I loved Andrushak. He fucking pulls up. He has his little fucking thing, and like he's like, "Hey, I'm your new sergeant major." Like holds it outside the fucking doors on the side of the building, and then he just goes, "Okay, now who plays hockey here?" I raise my hand, and like two
the
other
only
fucking
person.
kids do
Yeah,
too.
you
And he
don't
goes, "I
volunteer for
want to
that
talk to you
shit.
three. Everyone else go away." And I'm like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be like some like wear your PPE. You don't want to see like missing teeth and wear your cup type of thing." He goes, "Where do you play and when?" I go, "At the Wilmington Ice House on Friday nights." He goes, "You play Saturdays now," and I'm just like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna play with me." And I was just like,
All
"I'm
right,
sorry,
he's cool.
what's that?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I play on Saturdays at the Wilmington Ice House." And I'm like, "Well, okay." He's like, "Where do you live?" I'm like, "I live in Holly Ridge." He's like, "Great, that's on the way. I'll pick you up." And I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Major just become my new best friend?
Fraternizing with
So I played hockey with him the last 3 months that I was in, and I'm just like, this guy's great. Why didn't I want to stay in?
you
I
gotta
was like,
you gotta
son of
win
a bitch.
Yeah,
But no,
and you lose so
mine
much. Like
Bates remembers. Bates remembers our staff sergeant Gaston. Gaston fucking hated it that I was
I
friends with the
remember that.
sergeant major.
Dude, he was a douche. Like he walked in a douche.
it was
He has calmed down a lot now.
yeah,
I
definitely.
like I respected him when he came to us. I
Yeah,
like him a lot better now.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Because he was a fucking dick.
You know where he came from, right?
No.
Eighth and I, the Marine Corps band.
Oh, okay. Well.
So very by the books, very pomp and circumstance, everything fucking Marine Corps history in that.
Yeah.
Like
Didn't he,
that's
what
where he
did he
came
play?
from.
I think he played the trumpet.
And he
He
actually
did.
has more
He
in
no.
common with
He
Bates than
100%
you
played the
realize.
trumpet. Yeah, like
I think he played the trumpet.
The
And
only
then,
yeah.
reason he never got busted down is because it's hard to bust down a staff sergeant, apparently. And he explained it all to me one day.
yeah, it's like it takes an act of Congress. But a Bates caught that. Tommy does.
I mean, it's easy to fucking rip on a fucking PFC fucking Batez because, he
That's
stops
yeah.
giving a fuck. But if you
That's
don't know somebody's history that came from somebody else from
Oh,
eighth and
Batez
I,
at the end did not give a fuck.
oh no no. I worked nights too. I remember I
Oh,
used to
dude,
just
it was so
stick me on the boots.
bad. Like I am the least motivational person ever, and I still looked at Dave going, "Come on, man, you got to do something."
Yeah,
I stopped
everybody's like,
doing that after a while because I'm just like, you know what? I mean, Bates is gonna Bates.
No, but that's after they made him stay in after they said they were kicking you out.
yeah,
And
that's fine.
also, there was many a
Yeah,
night. Okay,
what would
yeah,
you
no,
have
yeah,
like
they did
six
do that to
months?
Bates.
Yeah, 6 months that they said they were kicking Bates out, but they weren't letting him leave.
No, 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 no. They no.
Dude, it
So
was
there was a stipulation with my NJP is the way they worded it. My last
oh okay.
stipulation. So it was like I have to be super good or they'll kick me out. Well, they
That's right.
not yeah. So I'm checking
Yeah,
out.
then they kicked him out anyway.
I forgot fucking
He violated the terms of his parole.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like wet. And
Like
then
I look back and like this is no shit thing. Like I look back and like, oh my god, like I don't know why. I hated it so much when I was in. And then I think of things and I'm like, oh fuck, I fucking loathed every goddamn minute of it. Like I love every aspect of it. Every aspect of it other than being in.
yeah,
like,
So,
like
hypothetical situation, fully hypothetical situation. So let's say you meet some like younger citizen of America. I don't know how you would meet them. A nice young male in high school, and he turns to you and he's just like, "Man, really thinking about joining the Marine Corps. I want to be just like you, Josh Seese. Like, I want that Marine Corps experience." Would you look at them and say, "Hell yeah, brother, you should do it. We will be together, bonded by the evil globe and anchor"? Or are you going to be like, "Don't fucking do it, you idiot"?
no, you want my honest answer because I've been asked this. I go, you ever had the best experience of your life? They say yes. I go, you ever had the fucking worst aspect of your life? I'm like, well, I was like, well, you're about to have it because your life lives between those.
hmm
Everything we did is between the highest moments of our lives and the fucking lowest moments of our lives. There's no goddamn in between.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have that. You don't have that happy medium.
I think the best way to explain it is like this. Be like, you know how life is a roller coaster, and sometimes there's good points, sometimes there's bad points, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, imagine if it just kept going down and down
Yeah,
and down. Maybe it comes up a little, but it just keeps going down. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
You just take it.
It can't get any worse. Oh, they found it.
and
They
then it gets
fucking
worse.
found
Now, I want you to imagine that's what's going on. That's your life.
it.
That's
You're
the Marine Corps.
downhill.
Mhm.
Now, the only positive to this is after you get out, you have two choices. Your life can go one of two ways. You can go life is going to continue to suck and get worse, and it will never be any better. And you're going to hate life because that's the experience you had in your formative years of your late teens, early 20s. Or you're going to get out and go, oh my God, the world is actually sunshines, rainbows, and blowjobs. This is fucking amazing. Nothing can ever go wrong here.
Hey,
But you didn't see that. Like nobody saw that.
yeah,
Like, like I honestly, 100% thought when I got out, everything's gonna get better. And then you get out and you're like, oh, it's the same shit. It's the same shit all the time. God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say that everything that went wrong after the Marine Corps was entirely 100% my fault. Everything that went wrong in the Marine Corps was 75% my fault.
Yeah, I mean, I can have a hot plate in my kitchen, so that's
I have a kitchen.
nice.
I can
Yeah,
have more
see,
than a sink.
like I'm like I'm allowed to have hot objects.
I'm shoelaces back.
Yeah, I'll microwave that plate as hot as I fucking want. Fuck.
Oh man.
Um,
But I don't know. Like I do gotta admit, like I miss it 1,000% due to the boys.
Yeah,
You know,
I,
like
I would.
the relationship we all had, I miss it. But when people ask, do I miss the Marine Corps? Not one damn minute. Not even a fucking minute second.
yep.
Like
Did
I
you?
miss what I had with everybody due to the fact of the suck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
like
But would we have
go ahead.
had that same bond without the shared stupidity, hatred, and
no,
strife?
No,
no,
no, not even a little bit.
Exactly. So we kind of needed that sandpaper grinding all against us to fucking
Yeah,
smooth us together.
the
like
Marine Corps social sandpaper that helped us bond.
yeah, like the sandpaper green weenie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We're all victims.
yeah, we understand. I mean, Bates is more than us, but
Dude, I was so fucking pissed. That's when I stopped giving a shit. Is when I got busted down to private is when I stopped giving a shit. And then they kicked me. I no more shits to give, no more fucks to give. Like Augie, you saw it. Like the
oh
whole
yeah,
you
I was
know,
there. You know,
yeah, was just like fuck it. What are they gonna do?
but
Pretty
I
much. And
honestly admit, like at the time, like all the shit I've seen, I was like, they won't do that. Like no, like they won't do that, and they fucking did
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like I've never seen somebody get fucked as much as they out of
yeah.
this.
I was just like I don't know. I was like, all right, there for a little while. Like I had like motivation, but it was gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It was like level, level, level. Then I was like, uh, uh, terminal leave's coming up. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna make it. And then they're like, fuck your mouth. Fucking back down again. So I was like, whatever. Man.
Mm-hmm.
What else sucked too is I couldn't procrastinate it obviously because I'd already started checking out. So the only places I had to check out were headquarters and legal. I'd already turned in all my shit and everything. They're like, oh, don't worry, we got you. Express ticket. Like, get off my base. I was like, all right, I'm out.
And anybody else think that's the government right there?
So,
The government.
yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, guaranteed, guaranteed. Like, oh no, you almost had it. I'm sorry.
up, up. Here's the carrot. Here's the carrot. Fucking stick.
Yeah, yeah, bitch, I got you.
here's a
No,
carrot. Here's a carrot. No, it's an eggplant, and they fucking beat you
Yeah.
with it.
it's not even a carrot. It's a rock. They painted like a carrot. They stab you with it.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, I tell you what though,
Probably
I
a
did have fun. I did meet some cool dudes. Without. or I would have never left fucking Overview, Texas. So
I mean, what's crazy is if you guys all think about it, we were only in like 5 years, right?
yeah, for
5 years each of us. Yeah, 5 years. I have more stories, fucking good friends, and everything from that 5 years than I can honestly say I've had from the fucking 15 years we've been out.
yeah,
The way I explain it is this is it's from like going from living in a hyper focused technical dream color landscape where everything is urgent and you like need to be focused and all that stuff. And then you come out and the world is fucking black and white AM radio
Mm-hmm.
where nothing
yeah,
fucking matters. And you're just like,
yeah.
that's
I
why
guess
you
that's what
remember it so much because it's like vivid and
people know.
compressed.
See, like, I can say I differ from that with the machining thing. Is like we do all the same thing, like the hyper focus, like you're stressed out for 10 hours a day, and nobody does the release that we did.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like nobody does the fucking. Well, I guess we're all getting drunk to where Bates fucking falls off a balcony on the second story. Like none of that happens.
I did do that.
So
Yes, I
here's what
know.
I'll describe in what
Like
I
you know what I
saw
mean? Like
between the difference between people our age who chose our path in life, the Marine Corps or the military in general, and people who chose college
Those
life.
people aren't fun.
yeah, smart
No, no,
decisions.
no. We had a fucking budget. We got
Hmm.
paid. We didn't have to go, oh, we're paying this fucking state university 20,000 a year. And like, we're not worried about that. We're like, all right, it's 3 days till payday, and I need to make 2 packs of cigarettes work.
Yep,
Cool. I can do that. I know how to make this happen because then I get paid in 2 days and I can buy a carton and 3 cases of beer and I'm going to have a great fucking weekend.
got a good story with it. I remember that the hurricane was coming in like '05, and we were all trapped at the barracks, 4020. And me, Wells, and Shermer fucking spent $600 on booze. I mean, every dime we had, we fucking filled our mini fridges of booze. And no shit, we're 2 days into that hurricane, and we realized like nobody bought food, right? Okay, cool. Not a goddamn ounce to eat. For 6 days, we drank. And I've never even like woke up in the morning where I'm drinking a beer just so I can have like the fucking carbs, the the protein, something. And I'll never forget, not a dime in our name, Ruffalo. Do you guys remember him? Ruffalo sees me, Ted, and fucking Scott. Just, I mean, we're dying. Like 6 days in, and he goes, here's 20 bucks. Oh my, thank you. Thank you so much. We drive to fucking Burger King, and at the time they had the Western bacon cheese. $1. We buy 20 of them. And we freaking devoured 20 Western bacon cheese like they were the last meal on earth. Like, oh, thank you, God. Like, it's just food. I just want food. Oh my God. And I look back on that like, that happened. That's what we're like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we did. Like, that was our last meal on earth.
Fuck, I got a story with Shermer. Yeah, yeah. I don't know where you were, Cecil. I think it was like it was around New Year. He had to go pick his truck up from West Virginia or something. and we ended up going up that way to grab his truck or something. I can't remember who all went with us, but we ended up at Station Square, and I think Pittsburgh or something like that. I think it's big, but we ended up partying there for forever.
Keep talking. I'm grabbing another beer.
Fuck, I can't remember who all was with us. Fuck.
In West Virginia?
Huh? Yeah, with Shermer. I forgot. I forgot who was with us or what the circumstances were, but he was like, "Hey man, do you want to ride with me?" Because I was just staying at the barracks for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Give me a
Uh,
sec.
fuck, oh, drank myself so.
Where'd Cease go?
He left his hot plate.
How are you doing on your kombuchas? See, Bates.
I don't drink kombuchas. I like my coffee like I like my metal.
Do you have enough liquids? Like, are you okay? Are you hydrated?
Gonna die
You're
here.
out?
Yeah,
Do you want me to send you one of these?
yeah. Oh shit! I forgot about that. You motherfucker.
It's a Niagara.
Oh my goodness, no. Uh, you fucking.
Hmm.
You remember that?
No.
You don't remember sending me a
No, of course he did.
piece? No. So me and your friends on the Instagram, right? And I don't know. It was one of those reels where it was like this person goes to a pizza or something with this initial, and it was an A, and I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
it was yeah. And then the next, a fucking pizza lady showing up at my house, and I'm like, we didn't order a fucking. My wife's coming upstairs. She's like, we didn't order a pizza. She's like, no, some Steve guy sent it, and I was like, Steve? I don't even fucking know a Steve in Wisconsin. There's fucking Augie sent a fucking pizza. I forgot. Oh, Rocky Rococo. That was the only time that I've eaten that, and it was fucking bomb. Yeah, dude sent me a freaking pizza. It's
All
empty,
right.
bro.
So he sends me this fucking thing that's like, like it's the thing on Instagram. It's like this person with this initial owes you like. Well, actually, okay, I sent it to him because it had my initial in it. So I sent it to him. So Bates sends me back a fucking Google Maps of his address. And I'm just like,
Dumb choice.
Bullshit.
fine. Okay. By the way, I sent this to like more than Bates, like 5 people I know, a couple people back home, a couple people from the Marines. Yeah, I got the ha-has back. Bates sends me back his fucking address, which basically, to me, I take it as I heard no balls. I mean, someone says no balls to
That's an
you. What does
honest
that mean?
statement.
That means fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna send
What are
you a
you gonna
fucking
do with
pizza.
it?
So what was it like a pizza and some garlic bread, or was it two pizzas and garlic bread?
It was just one piece of the garlic bread, but it was like I'd never eaten there before, so it was fucking good. I was like, what? My wife's like, who's Steve? I was like, that's
Oh,
Augie.
Steve, that's Corporal fucking Augie to you, ma'am. How dare you?
You do not speak ill of the
Don't
Augustine.
don't have her call me that, please. I'm way
Oh,
past
from
that
now
game.
on, make it happen.
Sorry about your bad luck. But yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I was shit, dude. I had a long ass day too, and I took a shower. I was laying down, and she comes upstairs and she was like, "Do you know a guy named Steve A?" And I was like, "Yes, but not locally." She's like, "Well, he sent you a pizza." I was like, So then it fucking dawned on me, and then I was like, "This." So I had to fucking. I think I called you, right, or texted you.
You
I was like,
definitely texted me about it.
"Yeah." I was like, "You sent me a freaking pizza." It was good. I shared. Shit, now
Delicious dick pizza.
I it was really good. I need to send you some. I'm trying. I was looking at them today, and I was like, none of these initials are L's or P's. I was like, what the hell? They're all J's.
I love how it's been so long since I've talked to you two fucks that you both live in different fucking states, area codes, everything, and I'm like, well, I'm still here.
I'm actually, I don't. I'm not that far from you, man. I had to drive through there. I didn't go any.
You're fucking far, bitch.
Not really.
He's in the same time zone as you. You're basically fucking
Yeah,
neighbors.
yeah, dude, he's damn near Canadian. Like, he is the one of two Mexicans up in Canada.
The other
Why?
one,
What's he doing? Not making fucking Mexican food for the Canadians. They're
No, yeah,
still
the other
fucking
one's
that shit
making
up. They're
tacos.
trying to put
Like, Bates ain't doing
they
shit.
try and put maple syrup in their tacos.
like,
cheese curd and
like,
maple syrup and some fucking barbacoa. Hell yeah.
I'll have it be known that Bates's mom made me fucking tamales. Well, my parents' tamales, and they are the best goddamn things I've ever had.
And my
You
mom,
want to know the best things I've ever had? You guys remember Dela Cruz
yes.
from
Oh, fuck
Airframes?
yeah.
Dela Cruz, Filipino. So me and
Mm-hmm.
Faribaugh went to his dad was an instructor at Annapolis. So we went to and that's where Dela Cruz grew up, was Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Naval fucking College. And so we go
Nailed
there
it.
when
Nice
I
placement.
forget if it was a weekend or a 96, but we went up there. I had a great time. Nothing like crazy happened, but his mom cooked for us like traditional Filipino foods. And like, I fucking loved it. She made us lumpia. She made us a few other things I don't remember the names of.
Stop combing your beard, bitch.
I can't help it.
Okay.
Do you
Thank you.
want some,
Sorry.
Cease can get you some beard stuff for that. He fresh churns it every day on an
Yeah,
Amish
yeah,
farm.
yeah.
There's
Don't
one
worry. Don't worry
It's
about the whiteness.
100% organic, hand
that's
Yeah,
churned.
yeah.
this fucking gray.
Yeah, like it's
Okay.
milked from fucking cow shit.
Wait,
It's only
your
got a
beard?
little bit of radiation poisoning to it from his
Yeah,
bloodline.
don't worry about
Oh, yeah. Send it,
it.
dude. We'll go down this stream together. Send
100% fat free.
Because that's what Cease is, 100% fat free. That's why he
No,
has
no,
a
I got fat as
lifted
fuck.
Dodge
I love it.
Durango.
No,
He's a little chunky.
looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Fuck off.
That's why he
Like
has a car that's very low to the ground because he's fat and that's how he gets into it.
he looks
Well,
like
I mean, Bates would fit right in, as long as it had a chain link steering wheel and fucking disco balls around
There ain't nothing wrong with any of those things.
it.
it's easier to drive with a handcuff.
Yeah, of course.
You can pick cabbage and you don't sit down.
Yeah, long as it had a trailer hitch for my yard.
Hey, man.
And yeah, I
And
forgot.
this is why we can't do a podcast.
I completely
What are you
forgot.
talking about? This is exactly why we need to be doing podcasts. So then we can send these out to all our friends and be like, hey, man, I just want you to remember. Sorry about the
I
burp.
don't think you
Joe's
guys realize
craziest.
I've been dreading this shit for 7 goddamn days now.
You've
Knowing
been dreading
what can
this?
I
You're
not
having so much
say?
fun.
what what is what is politically correct?
I was doing the
Do
same
you know
thing.
what's politically correct to
Thank you.
say? The only
Thank
thing that's not politically correct to say is what's not true to inside you.
So when I was messing with my mic and my computer and I saw the crowd, I was like, shit! It just went from PG to rated R.
you. Yeah. Well, I
That's
mean, I guaranteed we saw your dick. It's PG-13.
I don't know. I'd probably call it a PG-3, maybe.
Yeah, like who would have thought that got a G rating for Disney?
it's
The
rated G on
G in the
everyone.
PG definitely doesn't stand for girth.
Oh man.
Throwing that one out there.
Yep, nailed
I'm
it.
just saying, I know that he hasn't been in Wisconsin that long because he he hasn't started playing hockey. And in hockey, I mean, everyone sees everyone's dick in the locker room, and he
Oh
has
yeah,
not gotten any good chirps yet.
but he'll blame it on the cold.
Now,
Oh, sure. The
dude, I'm
cold.
Yeah,
cold, man. I love it. When it snows out here, I fucking love it. It's so nice. Oh man,
not helping your situation, man.
who am I
What are
going
you
to show?
talking about? I live in Western New York near Buffalo. Like, I'm cold and snows by me too. I'm okay with it.
No,
The
I
only
love
thing
how your
separating me
summer
from
home is
Canada is Lake
Buffalo,
Erie.
and you live in Alaska.
I'm working in Alaska. I live in New York State, which
If
is
you
worse.
do 2 weeks in Alaska and 1 week in New York, therefore you live in fucking Alaska.
You know, you got a great point, and you're hired.
Yeah,
You're my new hype man. I love you.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Also,
Yeah,
I did buy my truck up here, so it has Alaska plates on it.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
and it's not like you're gonna ship it back.
Actually, so about that, my
God
brother,
damn you.
I'm not
Hmm.
shipping it. My brother is stationed up in Fairbanks, 6 hours north of here. He's in the
Mm-hmm.
Army. He's been in for 22 years. He's retiring. We're driving him and his family and his horses back down to Tennessee,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
which
how
is
long is that
why I bought the truck up here.
doing in half?
So I'm about to go drive through the Canadian Rockies and North Dakota and all that shit and have like the best time with my brother and his family.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, you stuck in a car with a family.
So much fun.
no. I'm gonna be in my own truck because
Oh,
I got this truck to pull one trailer. My brother's got his truck to pull the other trailer, and then his
Okay.
wife has the van. And like at most, I might have one of the kids, the youngest who is 13, and I get along with all of them.
Have you looked up the hours between Alaska and the border?
It's 12 days of driving between
Oh,
Fairbanks
sweet
and
baby, goddamn
Tennessee.
Jesus!
And my brother has all the stops mapped out because he needed to have them mapped
God
out for the
damn
horses.
it!
don't do it, Augie.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, like
Oh, I'm doing
he
it.
does
Like I'm
not
already
see any
fucking
of the
in.
dumb shit.
I'm gonna have the best time.
Yeah, like
Stay optimistic.
I'm
loving
already planned out my road snacks. I got fucking walkie-talkies. I am like all in on this shit.
You should get CBs. Way better. Then you can talk with the truck drivers. A. You got to say A a lot. I think that's how you get it.
Oh, I'm just gonna talk like this the whole time. I'm gonna bring some hockey sticks with me, just in case I need to like flip a fucking puck at somebody, don't you know?
You got to watch a lot of Letterkenny and then drive. You'll be fine.
I've seen all the Letterkennys. I've seen all the episodes of whatever that fucking other one is. What's it called? Shorzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the same letter again.
Well, there's a spinoff. They just with just Shorzy.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
no shit.
Shorzy.
Yeah, it's just Shorzy. Dude, that shit is hilarious. The first time I seen that, I forgot my other buddy Josh when I was in Arizona.
What the fuck that guy?
I think you guys are gonna. But yeah, he was like, "Yo, you gotta watch this." So I started watching it, and I was hooked. Couldn't stop it. Couldn't stop it. I haven't been to Canada. I'll have to go check it out.
You definitely should.
Yeah, I hear good things. It's weird though. So I didn't know this. So like Wisconsin, like we have this whole state, right? And then there's this little protrusion that goes out to the lake. Fucking my geography's horrible, but yeah. But that
Are
little
you talking
protrusion,
about the UP of Michigan, which Wisconsin hasn't fucking invaded yet because you're a bunch of
exactly,
pussies?
exactly
Yeah,
that
all that.
place. I, I hear all about it.
Jeez.
I don't, whatever. Well, you just
Sidebar. Josh, sidebar. Josh, sidebar. Bunch of fucking Wisconsin's pussies. Like they haven't invaded the UP of Michigan and taken it over as their own. What the fuck is wrong with them?
Oh, because like the the legality of drinking is so awesome up there.
Think of all the extra hunting land there is there, all the extra lakes
No,
there is for
no, they
fishing
just
and
throw in
fucking.
booze. Like that is
It's
so
just
cool.
fucking.
Like
It's natural
just
resources there for the
stay
taking and
where you're
raping,
at,
and they.
and
Hold on.
here is
How
more booze.
dare they? You know what
Mary
they're doing
Jane.
instead? They're staying drunk, eating cheese, and rooting for the Green Bay Packers. They don't even have a hockey team in that state on the NHL
Yeah.
level. They're
Oh
probably
shit!
not
But
even in that fucking time zone. Well, actually, they
have
do.
you
I guess
guys seen what the
Chicago's in that time zone.
Chiefs have food and it's awesome.
You guys at least got the St. Louis Blues. That's close.
Bitch, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, dick.
Well, that too, but that's not an NHL team.
No, nobody gives a shit about hockey.
Canadians give a shit about the NHL, and so do
Yeah,
I. And you know
that
what? Kansas
one
City Chiefs, I
fucking
will give them respect because they did win a
that
Super
one
Bowl. And
goddamn
God
country.
damn,
That one
Patrick
fucking country.
Mahomes has
We're
dreamy
both
eyes,
disgusted.
and he did win a Super Bowl, which the Buffalo Bills have not done yet. But Josh Allen also has dreamy eyes.
The Buffalo. I haven't. The Buffalo.
I'll give you Josh Allen is
I'm
awesome.
just saying. Patrick Mahomes and
But
Josh Allen both have dreamy eyes, but only
oh
one's
yeah,
won a Super
yeah,
Bowl.
yeah, I'll give you. But then again, he's won three, and Josh
Listen, I
Allen
can't count, and you
is
fucking know
shit
that.
the bed 3 times.
Why is that?
Because
Because he
Josh
looked in Patrick Mahomes' eyes when he shouldn't have, and he got
Allen. Yeah,
dreamy eyes,
yeah.
and he went, I can't throw
Just
this ball
fucking nailed
anymore.
it.
Anthem.
I mean, if I were to be throwing a ball and I were to look at the sideline and catch Patrick Mahomes' eyes, I'd be like, so
Nah, shit, I'm
dreamy.
done.
God,
Well,
I
I
don't want
love arcades right now, Augie. But you know what? You're from there.
Uh-huh.
But what's your excuse, Bates?
for what?
What's your team?
I don't have. I don't watch football.
Yeah, you wouldn't. All right.
He's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Yeah,
my
like
neighbor,
you would have to.
and I gotta fight my neighbors. Everybody here's Green Bay Packer fans. My whole wife's family is Green Bay. They're fucking green and gold everywhere. I don't watch football. I don't even
Yeah,
want to.
you can. All
He's a
right.
Cowboys fan. I'm
No,
telling you.
he is
Look at him. Look
100%
at
a
those
Cowboys
eyes.
fan. Yeah, the gayness. Yeah, definitely Cowboys
No.
fan.
Hell, you know what my dad said. So I told my dad.
I'm
So
gay.
six, I fucking knew it. Um,
That's
I
what you told Dad. That's all I'm saying.
said,
Your
said,
old
hey,
man is the shit. I still love him from that time he came to the barracks.
Dude, that fucking
dude, he didn't. He
He
drove up
grilled
there.
all of us.
I've never met
He, he,
somebody that I would fucking kill for them.
so yeah, so I called him. I was like, hey, I got a new job. We're moving to Wisconsin because I'd explained to him, cost of living, all that good stuff, family, dog. He goes, you're moving up to Wisconsin about around Green Bay? I said, maybe, I don't know. He goes, with the fucking Packer fans? And I said, yeah. He goes, I don't have a son. And hung the fucking phone up.
Oh shit!
It's like, don't talk. Fucking completely disowned me.
Dude, I just love your dad even more. Like,
He's a fucking dick. So he brought my Jeep up that
he dealt with the
he was like,
heckler, but nope, not a Packers
no.
fan.
So yeah, he got drunk with us that night at the barracks, and he was trying to drive home, but he couldn't figure out how to get onto the main road to go out the gate. So he just circled the barracks for like an hour. Fucking, he was fucking blitzed. So he drove up, no stop. He brought cases of Shiner Bock, and he brought meat so that we could grill it. We grilled the meat. We drank all the fucking beer. He helped. He brought my Jeep, unloaded it. We ended up at Tar Heel Opry House, shotgun and beers out of the back of my Jeep, and my dad's circling the fucking barracks trying to find his way out. I was like, dude, you want to take a nap? He goes, nah. He left straight from work on Friday.
Seats. I don't know if you know this part too. So, Bates's dad was like in the army, like an E7 or an
Oh yeah,
E8 or
no,
something.
yeah, he was the first sergeant.
So, like, we all come outside, we see this weird guy fucking grilling meats, and like, we're like, okay, whatever. And then Bates is talking, so like, okay, he's cool. He's not some like random homeless guy. We don't got to call the MPs. So, he starts like bringing everyone down from the barracks and like becoming friends with everybody. And so we're talking to him, and so it turns out one of Stumbaugh's friends from back home is one of his troops. So Ryan calls him. It's just like, hey man, what unit did you say you're at? He's like, oh man, like this unit, like this thing, that da 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 da, whatever. He's like, what's your first sergeant's name? It's so and so Bates. Why? I'm drinking with him right now. He's at my barracks. No shit. No shit. Like the end of the small argument, hands the phone to Bates's dad. And like then those two start talking. And no shit, it's Stumbaugh's friends from back home's fucking first sergeant is fucking Bates's dad.
Oh, I remember
And we're
getting
just
so
like,
much shit. And what'd your dad say
what
about
the
joining,
fuck?
about enlisting,
About what?
about joining enlisted?
I don't remember. He told me all kinds of
He-
shit. I, uh, dude, that was so long ago. Fuck. I don't remember.
Ah.
Shit.
Yeah, because I loved how your dad was a first sergeant, and then Evan's dad was a colonel or something at the time. I'm like, you two are the biggest dumb shits I've ever met in my life. Like, none of us had life experience in the military. And you two dumb bags of shit decided, you know what, this is it. This is it.
So here's the reason for that. So with my dad being in the military, he knew what was gonna happen when I joined. He already fucking knew. So prior to me doing that, he was on my ass constantly, day in, day out. So he was a very involved person in my life to the point where I wasn't partying or doing anything until I met this clown when I went to BMX, and he's like, "Hey, let's go to St. Louis and pick up my car." That's when it all went. That's what all went up.
That's not part of one of the leadership steps where you blame your best friend. Cease, is that your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Where's your
She
cousin?
seems very nice.
Yeah, she's so sweet. Hell.
Do you call her sugar? Is that why she's so sweet?
No, no, it's more like a 666.
No, Cease opened my eyes to what the world could be. So he was like my Sherpa into the party world. Because
Oh,
He was
yeah.
your
prior to that,
Sherpa up Mount NJP?
yes,
No, like with his family, I guarantee it.
yeah, yeah, they were very strict, very like, don't do that. And then I met Cease's mom and dad, and I was like, wait, parents can be cool
Yeah. They don't treat you like shit most of the time.
most of the time. Yeah, until you walk in,
Yeah.
fucking Captain Morgan.
You show up one time at 3 in the morning and they fucking are pissed.
You're labeled the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, we had some good times. I tell you what, I wouldn't change anything if I went back.
Oh no, not one goddamn minute.
No, I wouldn't.
Not a single fucking thing. Because then I wouldn't know you fuckers.
Yeah, like, and I got to admit, like, I hate the mentality that it didn't suck. Oh, it sucked every fucking moment I was in. It
Yeah,
did.
yeah. The
Like,
authority.
there was no mentality like this was the best time of my life or whatever. I had the best time of my life with you guys. Like, the Marine Corps sucked. Like, it sucked. But we made up for
Yeah, we counteracted the suck.
it. Yeah, like, oh shit, you're gonna make me clean the fucking cargo door for 12 hours? Alright, well, I'm drink till 4 in the morning. Suck it.
What's that? We got a long week. We're not
Yeah.
supposed to. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Joke's on you.
We got things to do. Yeah. The armpit of the United States.
Oh.
Good times. Yeah. So that. Yeah. I. I would. I mean, I wouldn't change it. Like the things that happened there, as far as like work and the authority figures and people telling you what to do all the time and no individuality. Like that sucked. The
No,
ending
dude.
a little bit. Yeah, when they start taking my money, that kind of fucking sucked. But as far as the money you make and like the good memories, like you know, I wouldn't change that.
Hell no.
I think I
Like
still got.
I still say to this day, like, it was the best and worst time of my life.
I think I still got my name patch that says private major that Flight E made me.
Yeah, because you made
I
it.
really hope you still have a private major thing. God damn it, somewhere.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it doesn't. It just says private. I still got it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking old school.
Mm.
I remember when Oz would be in hazmat or whatever, and they Flatline always liked to send us their boots to talk shit to Private Bates, and they always were like E2s. And, well, everybody outranked me. I only had one stripe, and you can't take that one away. Uh, but yeah, and then Oz would be like, "Oh
Private, you didn't have a stripe,
yeah,
bitch.
right."
No.
And I
Private
did.
didn't have shit.
I had 4 years at that point in time. I had a service stripe. No other. No,
That's PFC, motherfucker.
huh? He's not listening, is he?
Oh, I'm
PFC, you
listening.
had a stripe.
No, he didn't. He was a private.
Yeah,
I
He
know,
was
but
Private Major
privates didn't
Batez.
have a stripe.
I had a service stripe,
Oh,
He,
service. Oh, okay.
the only
yep.
one they can't take.
Oh, yeah. 4 years of service stripe.
Yeah, I had a good conduct medal too.
How the fuck did you have that?
No fucking clue.
Oh, oh, I will never forget. I got my good conduct 1 month before I got out.
No, 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 wait. I think a good conduct is like 3 years because you
Three
got your.
years.
Is it
And
three?
3 years you get a good conduct medal, and I got mine 1 month before I got out.
Yeah, so you
I,
must have
yeah,
had yours after your second NJP because your
No,
second
no, no.
NJP was still
NJPs
early.
don't count.
they don't.
No, no. You gotta get whatever the fuck it is.
Court martial?
Yeah, court martialed with the CO.
Really? So
Yeah.
I was so good to get it.
Yeah, like, because I got court martialed with Evans, and then 3 years later, the month before I got out, I got my good conduct.
You got court martialed
Yeah,
for what?
DUI.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shouldn't even be a thing. Like, come on. Like, what do you expect us to do? You want us
yeah,
to come
exactly.
down and cause a ruckus? So like, fucking drink beer in the bricks.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as you don't like fall off the second story fucking ladder well, you'll be fine.
Well,
I mean, even if you do, as long as you don't break a leg.
oh yeah. Well, do you guys remember the hurricane that we put trash bags over the fucking drains to flood the barracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could
I do
jump
not recall
off.
such an event. I
Oh
would
yeah,
never do anything like that.
yeah. So we could
What?
jump off the second story into the pool.
Yeah. Who was it that had that piece of plywood they tried to use to surf? We had there's a lot of that
That's
cake.
right. Like,
Remember that?
oh yeah.
And then
And then we got the shopping cart with the fucking flag.
what about oh, we were taking all the old mattresses out of the barracks. And there was like a stockpile of mattresses, and we had them thrown off there. And then did we throw McGuckin off the fucking ladder well into the mat?
That's right. It was McGuckin.
Yeah, because he was relentless. Yeah,
Yeah, and taped him up in the mattresses and threw him off. Like taped him between mattresses to see if he would live.
he lived.
Yeah, I mean he was fine.
Shit, who did I remember Rice, but I remember him vaguely.
Oh, Rice was the black dude. Like he was a douche.
He was a snitch. He was real little, but he was
You
mouthy,
see,
so mouthy.
I feel like his snitchiness ruined everything about him.
Who was the other one?
The
I
what?
don't remember much about him.
There was another guy, not Rice. Pinkins or
Yep.
Pinkins. You remember?
Fuck, I remember that
Mm-hmm.
name.
Yep.
Uh, we had a female gunny or staff sergeant up for that, and they were like buddy buddy the whole time. Fuck, what was her name? I think she was a gunny, but I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I was on restriction one time with Pincus. Fucking who else was there? It was that's who I got in trouble with for that second NJP. I think it was Pincus Rice, and then there was another flightliner that just fucking uh, went AWOL for like years. Uh,
Well, none of us were doing any of that, Bates. So
I don't know why we would.
yeah, like that's crazy.
what go
You,
AWOL?
yeah, derelict.
What did they
Like
call him? Deserter. They found him in.
me and Augie were fucking angels during all of this.
Oh yeah,
I, the only reason I'm an angel is because I never got caught, and the few times that I did, the cops let me off. And that is not a joke.
because you're white.
I
How's
should
that?
have
Yeah, yeah, it was
I
because
should
you're
have
white. Yeah,
two DUIs, and that's
like
not a
I feel
fucking
like this
lie.
is racist
This is
against Bates.
that's a race thing. They're like, we can't
Yeah,
have Mexican Marines
Yeah,
named
this is
Bates.
one of those moments where you go, "Oh, God really was looking out for Augie, and he doesn't even believe in God. What the fuck is wrong with the world
oh
right
no, no,
now?"
no. So me and Bates, and I will say this to this day. Me and Bates, fucking Ted, Scott, everybody was in a drug scandal
Oh Jesus, it's a mimic, bro.
at 20 BMX
Right.
with Gunny Lally, everybody. And the only people that didn't get kicked out were the people that kept their mouth shut. And that's honest because every person that said, like, oh, well, this happened, they all got kicked the fuck out. McGuckin, Rice, fucking, who's the other one?
Was Rice from Tool Room?
I think he
Yeah,
was Garcia.
he got sent there.
He got sent there for something.
That's where I remember him from.
I forgot what he did. He did something and got sent to tool room. I always remember him having gloves for whatever reason. Oh, because we were
Yeah.
playing fucking touch football for PT, and he always come out with gloves on. Like nobody else is wearing gloves, but this guy's wearing gloves.
I think he was a fucking wide receiver.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, but he was short. Dude. He was little.
Oh, yeah. He was like
The
five
only
foot two.
wide thing he's receiving is a dick in his ass.
Ma!
Received that later.
Who else? The Hobbs was there.
Hondas, yeah.
Um, fuck. Who was in his class? Fleming and McGuire were in his class. There was another guy there too. Uh, Lawrence. Do you guys remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Like, fucking didn't see him
Yeah, but he didn't get kicked out.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fucking now.
Yeah.
I forgot what he does. I think I asked him one time, but I see him on Facebook and he's like a foreign dignitary of some sort.
Oh,
The fuck?
Yeah, he's
oh
like
no. Oh, you're talking
Jones
Junior. Yeah, Jones Junior.
Jr. Not yeah, his first
Yeah.
name. Uh, what the
No.
fuck?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about the guy who thinks he's the fucking Prince of Ireland or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, good for him. That
that's
pissed off Bammer so bad when I told him about that. I was trying to explain it to him one day, and Bammer's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm just like, he found the loophole of
yeah,
all
dude. He's all.
loopholes.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. It turns
And
out
he's
like
like, "Well,
his
I'm a fucking
heritage.
Prince of Scotland then."
Yeah. And it turns out his heritage makes him the prince of fucking some bullshit.
yeah, that threw me for a loop. I
Well,
was like, you know
good
that
for him for that because I could claim some shit because where'd Cease go?
he fucking his phone died again. Hot plate.
Son of a bitch, Cease. He did it to us again. Did he? He ran out of juice.
God. His car's hot, but his phone's not.
He's got more juice than he's got juice.
He should probably plug it in. He's just walking around, just holding the phone. I do that too. That's why when we did
He's
the
probably
first one,
going.
yeah,
He's probably going. I'm so ready for this.
shit, yeah, because I
Hey,
was,
Bates. You know you're tied for the second most number of guests I've ever had.
I'm tied.
You're tied. I've had you on twice. I've had another guy on twice.
Who?
Trip Ainsworth, the dude that I do podcasts or not podcasts, but do the audiobook stuff for.
Where are those at, man? So I listen to
I'll
audiobooks. I
send
got.
them to you. It's a YouTube fucking thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. That makes sense. Yeah, because I
Well, there's
listen to.
YouTube. It's also on Audible, and it's
That's what
on Patreon too.
I use Audible. Like, don't tell my wife, but I listen to a lot of books on Audible, and then they've got great courses plus
Can't read
books.
either.
What?
I said I can't read either, bro.
Oh no, I could read. I just when I'm working with my hands, whatever. I just got my headphones in. I'm burning through books like it's gone crazy.
Yep.
Caesar's gone, man. Oh, where did I find it? Check this shit out. So after we moved and I had to go through all my stuff, I found this folder,
Well, we're at about 3.5 hours. Do you want to call it?
original orders.
To where?
Uh, where's this one going to? This one is to. I was a. I went in a higher rank than I came out.
Oh shit.
September. This is to uh, MCB.
Oh
uh,
shit.
Pe- September 2004. Combat training.
Right, right. I remember MCT. I know what that
Yeah,
is.
MCT. What did I
Marine
say?
Corps Combat Training.
Yeah, I found those. I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know. I didn't think I was supposed to have them. Yeah, dude. When I got out, I was just like, that's mine. I'm taking it with me.
Damn
Yeah, I found
right.
all my original enlistment shit. Yeah, if you want to call it, man, we call it. Cease is out. His phone is dead.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, do you have any parting words of wisdom that you want to say to anyone?
Um, but just fucking keep going, dude. Like the biggest insult you can prove to anybody is keep doing what you're doing and do it good. That's pretty
Damn
much
right. And by the way, I must say, you look sexy doing it, brother.
it. I try. It's hard out here for a pimp. I wake up hurting in the morning, chasing these kids. Can't do it anymore. I'm almost 40 now.
All right. I mean, I
All right.
feel you, but also at the same time, I must tell you, don't forget, get a hold of Sergeant Hawes. He still loves you.
I think I tried to talk to him the other day. And he was like, "Shut up, Bates." It's like, "Don't barnyard me. I'm done." No, I saw you when I saw you guys. I was like, "Shit!" I saw it pop up. I was like, "Fuck!" I was at work swapping pumps, so I just let it play in the background. But as you guys were talking, I was like, "I know that guy. I know that guy." You were asking questions, and I started answering them like we were on a freaking conference call. I was like, "God damn it, you're by yourself working." So I missed that bunch. You know what? I did. I learned. I learned a whole shit ton from that shop about myself and about the world.
That's
So,
right.
but yeah, man. Like I said, I wouldn't change it. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Same
Ups and
here,
downs,
man.
trials and
I wouldn't
tribulations.
be the same person without it.
Maybe not so many NJPs, but you're not a real Marine until you've been NJP twice, right?
Guess I'm not a Miro Marine then.
No, yeah, you meet a lot of good people. Those are people you'll never forget. So
Fuck yeah, man. Even the people that the Marine Corps says they're just like they're not good people because they've NJB twice. I'm like, what are you talking about? Bates is the fucking shit.
yeah, dude, it's just like Cease was saying too. Like it sucks, but you got to make the best of it, and that's what we did. And I mean, that's how you get to where you're at now. I mean, look at Cease, look at you, look at me, look at anybody else that's out fucking brown making dollars off of Disney. So it's whatever. All right, man, I'm gonna let you go. I don't know what time it is in Alaska. The sun looks like it's still out.
Ah, I'm 3 hours behind you.
Shit, dude, you still got all kinds of partying to do.
Shit, it's dinner time and I got 5 beers in me because I started drinking at fucking 4 in the afternoon here.
Yeah, I don't drink a whole lot no more. I just kind of well, I got the kids, so I can't get wasted.
I literally, this is the first time I bought a 6 pack. And I bought a 6 pack for this episode because Cease was like, is it okay if I drink for this? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drink too. So yeah, it's okay. Fine. Why wouldn't it be?
I drink every once in a while. I think I bought Miller Lite the other day. I usually whatever, but I was having a rough fucking week, and I was like, you know what? I was feeling a little redneckish, so I put the overalls on, got home, shotgun like 3 beers, then fucking went and hung out with the wife for a good long while. But yeah, I don't go out and party no more. Not in public.
Yeah, I had 5 out of my 6 beers for this, and every once in a while, me and the girlfriend have a glass of wine with fucking dinners where I cook a steak on the grill or grill the salmon that I
Tell you,
fucking caught up here in Alaska. So like, I mean, it's not like I don't drink. It's more that like I don't drink that much or that often.
well, I think we do it. We've got most of the party out of our system. So like now, like people our age are out having good times. You see them, they're doing all kinds of stuff. But we've already done all that. Like we're past that. So like when I cook a steak, yeah, I'll have a beer with my steak. A couple beers, whatever. Depends on how big the steak is. But yeah. So this is the other amazing thing that happened once we moved here. So our neighbors, they're like, "Hey, do you want to go in halves on a cow?" I'm thinking like
Fuck
live.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a live cow. Like where the fuck are we gonna put a cow? And then they told me like, no, 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 they're gonna butcher. I was like, the minute they said butcher it and split the cow, and I'm like, yes. My wife was like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like, I'll tell you what cuts to get. Just pay the lady right now. All went said and done. The cow that we had in our freezer, like literally grew up like 15 minutes from the house. They butchered
Mhm.
it. They butchered it, put in the freezer. I picked it up the next day, like fresh. Best fucking steaks I've had in a while, and I got them. Oh man, so fucking good. We're gonna try to buy another cow this year. Oh,
So two things, well, technically three things I want to do. One, get like a big chest freezer. Two, I want to get a half a cow with the girlfriend, and I want to get a pig because
see that,
there's Amish farms out by me. So like I can do that where I can get a half cow and I can get a full pig and just throw it all in the
yeah,
fucking deep freezer and like
dude.
we can be good for a year.
So with the job that I'm doing now, I have to go out to these people's farms that have these dairy cows, and then what they do is they'll take the males because they don't use them. They keep them separate, and that's your veal. But when they do have a bull or something like that, and they go to slaughter it, they'll be like, hey, you know. And then there's dairy farms and there's meat farms and then there's pigs. Like you said, there's Amish. We have Amish just north of us, not too far away. I've seen so many Amish here, it's ridiculous. Like it's a culture shock. Like these guys are riding around in horse and buggies on the highway, and I'm just like banging some obscure, obscene music out of my car, hauling ass by them. Like I'm like, what are these guys thinking? But simple life. But yeah, you can go down there and buy the pig or buy a cow, fresh chickens, eggs, the whole 9 yards. That's what I love it here. I don't mind it at all. It's better than eating Arizona grown feedlot steak. That shit is ridiculous.
Just
Arizona was
sounds dry and bad.
well, I mean, like, so my grandparents, my mom's parents lived in a little place called Casa Grande. And when you drive out there, you got to pass some of the feedlots. And like you see them, and like that's all your beef for. And there's dairies out there and shit too. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't trust it. I would trust it. You're growing cows in the desert. What are they gonna eat? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love it here. This is a good move for us. We were able to buy a house. The schools are better. The kids love the schools. Bubby just did like a pre-K thing, so he's going into kindergarten this year. Lainey, the little redheaded boss, she's gonna start pre-K, but they're gonna get the same teacher that Bubby had for Lainey. So they already know that. Yeah, so I dig it. I dig it. They're a handful sometimes, but I tell you what, those little guys, they keep me. So,
Fuck yeah,
which is
man.
which is good. But yeah, Kensley, she just turned 11. She's been gone all summer. We went to Puerto Rico. She stayed with her grandma, my wife's mom, and then they went back to Arizona to visit family, and then Kinsley went to California to see my family out in California, and then they just got back like last Monday, or yeah, last Monday. They just got back. She's been having a blast all summer long, and then her school just right up the street. She's in Badger State Girls Choir. Fucking love it here. She can go and stay the night at a friend's house. We live on a block where there's like other kids her age, so I mean it's way fucking better than Phoenix, Arizona, where people are shooting up on the fucking bus stops around the corner from your house, like 200 feet. So no homeless people here. I haven't seen any homeless people.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe a couple, but no homeless people. Phoenix, there's homeless people all over the place, camping out in the
Well, that's
bar
because it's
ditches.
a nice place to be homeless.
Oh, I thought California was. Shit, I think the dispensaries get a tax credit or something for giving out free samples to the homeless.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's a it's a big money thing now. We're just waiting for here. But like we said earlier, the UP is Michigan and it's legal there. So one day we'll see. I think it's supposed to pass
Well, it's
within this.
legal in New York and it's legal where I am in Alaska right too.
Yeah, I think it's medicinal here. It's medicinal here, and then it was legal. It just became legal in AZ and California. Well, we all know about California, and then I think Oregon. Of course, Oregon's legal because they've got. My buddy lives in Oregon. He was
Oregon,
telling
the entire West Coast, California, Oregon, and Washington are.
me. We'll have to see. But yeah, all right, man. I'll let you go. You look
All
like
right,
you're
brother.
hungry.
I'll talk to you later, man. Hey, thank you
Uh,
for everything, and thank you for giving me your time again.
no problem. No problem.
I love you, Batez.